Thank you. So let's start from the very beginning. You know, let's start from the very beginning. I tweeted out in like mid-September. I was like, look, looking to get a new PC. If any companies want to work with me on that, that'd be great. And I had a few reach out. You know, to help out. One of which was very helpful. We're like, look, we'll happily sort you out with this PC. In fact, we might even have to send you 2 PCs as like an intermediate PC to the like an interim PC before you get your proper one. But you can have both. It's not a problem. Going, this is great. That took about 2 weeks to negotiate at the end of September. So I was like, oh, okay, it's going to take a couple of... Like, these things take time. You got to get them through lots of different stages. The day before they're set to send me the PC, the guy who works for this company goes, I can't get the budget from marketing. And I'm a bit like, what? We've gone back 30 emails. What do you mean? I'd have done that bit first. I'd have figured out that bit. Do you know? I'd have figured that bit out first. So that put me in all sorts of kerfufflement. He then decided that he would hook me up with someone else and see if they'd be interested. And luckily for me, and I owe them a big fat stack of gratitude, Scan reached out to me. Scan were like, look, let's do this. Let's figure out what the partnership looks like. Let's have a few conversations about it. So that takes a couple of weeks to talk through that. They have to make sure I'm a good fit for them. I have to make sure they're a good fit for me. And I think we agreed, yeah, this is going to be great. We get to work on what a PC would look like that they're going to send to me. It's a fucking tank. It's unbelievable. It's got a custom design on it. Like, it's amazing. It's an amazing PC. It's like 3-4 times better than what I currently have. I'm very excited. So they send it out 2 weeks ago now. About 2 weeks, week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Send it out to me. Black Friday holds it up a little bit because it's chaos, so it takes a few more days. I get the PC, the GPU doesn't work because it's cracked. Now, the GPU in question is a 480. Now, if you're familiar with graphics cards, you'll know that they're not cheap. So the 480 in transit has snapped in the motherboard and as a result doesn't power on. So I send that one back. They look at it, go, yeah, it's broken. And they send me another one. So they send me another 480. Oh, 3 days. No, so this is another 3 days. Obviously, look at it, send it out. I get it. I've got the PC in my office next to me. I'm very, very excited. Haven't tweeted it out yet because it's a bit premature. I know what's happened before. Get the GPU, plug it in, powers on. Get in, powered on. But when it snaps, it broke the motherboard. So I've had to send the entire PC back last Friday. They get it today. So I'm now waiting to see if they can redo the motherboard and all the components within the motherboard. So I started this dialogue with companies about a PC on the 29th of September, and it's nearly Christmas. So when people are like, why are there no videos? How long does it take to build a PC? It's like, what you've got to realize is as well, from about 2 weeks ago today, I've been told by delivery companies that it was coming today. DPD for 5 days said it's coming today. It didn't come on any of those days. It came the weekend after on a Monday. And obviously, when you're about to start something new and big new projects on computers and what have you, and it's a new hard drive, new SSD, new power to do new things, I've been waiting to go all in on all that stuff, right? I've been waiting. And so I'm just like holding off. I'm like, oh, like, it's gonna be this next day. It's gonna be this next day. It's gonna be this next day. Get the computer. It's like it's gonna be now. I've unplugged and plugged in all of my equipment 4 times. Like I don't have a mouse and a keyboard. I have 3 monitors, 2 lights, 1 camera, 1 keyboard, 1 mouse, 1 Go XLR, 3 hard drives, 1 Stream Deck, and it's all wired underneath. Oh, first world problems, I know, right? I haven't got into like mass complaining about this on Twitter, because if I saw someone complaining about their new multi-thousand PC, I'd go, shut the fuck up. You have not got problems. But here in the safe space of Twitch, I can have a little whinge about it. I've got to get it off my chest, basically. I've got to unload my pain. So hopefully, at some point this week, they get it back out to me. Well, it's first world problems, and it's also I'm not being able to work coherently at all, and it's been extremely stressful. For those that know YouTube and know content, getting stuff out in December. I made £5,000 on YouTube last year. I've uploaded 3 videos in December. It's a nightmare. So I've not been able to start anything. Well, the England series is, as I've been waiting. I'm like, I can do the next video of the England series when everything's set up, and it's like I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I've been saying that for ages, which is why there was one this weekend, because I was able to just do it this weekend and get it up, because I knew I wasn't getting the PC till probably Wednesday now. So we're chilling. So the next episode of the England stuff will finalise tomorrow probably. So yeah, very annoying. The PC in question though is a monster, and I'm very excited. That's going to be fun. But there you are. There's my tale of woe. That's why things haven't been happening. I'm sure some of you don't care. I'm sure some of you are like, oh, that's interesting. But let's hopefully now not be sacked in the Slovakian top tier. For those that need a bit of a recap, we should probably do that. I'm 11th in the league, 3 points off survival. When I joined, it was chaos. Look at the stability we've handled. So yeah. So I'm getting a 13900K, 13900K, 64 gigabytes of RAM, 480, 2 terabyte SSD. It's DDR5 as well. The RAM is going to be wicked, and yeah, I'm very excited. On the plus point, what I didn't mention as well. This is great. So my 2 side monitors. See, I have 3 monitors. I have a 144 hertz in the middle, and then I have 2 60 hertz monitors on the side. And I thought, because the display wasn't working with the thingy, with the, what do you call it? Because I'm such a moron, by the way. This is Ben being a twat. I thought one of the monitors was broken, like this left monitor, because I was plugging it in and out so much. I felt like the cable had interacted with the left monitor, and it wasn't working. And I thought I tried a different. So I used. So the weird thing was I used the DisplayPort to HDMI cable from the right monitor in this monitor, and it still didn't work. And I'm like, that's 2 cables now that haven't worked. So the monitor must be broken. And I've had these monitors about 5 years. They're BenQs. You can't buy them anymore. It's like you can't get replacement bits or anything like that. So I ordered 2 new monitors, and I thought I'd order a couple of new cables as well, just in case for like backups. New cable fixed the monitor. The cable came the day after the monitors arrived. So I bought 2 new monitors needlessly. It's actually worked out not horrendous. Because I've got my other PC, which needs a monitor, which I'd have had to buy anyway. But I've now got 1 monitor I don't need. So, but I've got the problem of like, and the stands for my old monitors I can't find. I just can't. I don't know where they are, so I can't actually stand them up without having like a standing monitor. It's not been fun. I've not had a good time. He says after, but business expenses. So I've now got 5 monitors that all work, 2 without stands, 1 that's not even unpacked yet, that's in a box. These 3 monitors I'm looking at are all different. I bought a light strip you can't see. Just my job, innit? Just my job. And Football Manager is boring. Welcome to the stream. Right. Now we'll talk a bit about FM, because FM's in a weird spot. They put out a big update. Obviously, I wasn't live around it. I didn't make a video about it. I normally would. I didn't this time around. It's the biggest update they've ever put out, by the way. I tweeted about it, but like, it's the biggest update they've ever put out. We should probably bring up the update, actually. There's like, they do like an official release of the update. And then they do like, they do a blog post on the update, which is a little longer sometimes. But yeah, it's an interesting situation they're in. Because it's weird, really. I was told for loads of time by loads of creators, people that do tactics, people like Lelujo. I did watch chess boxing. I did. It was good. Botez was robbed. Outrageous. I I don't know where the update post is. I was hoping it would be around somewhere. If someone's got a link to the update post, I would love to read it. Kev saying that the match engine was fine when it quite clearly wasn't. It's the big. They didn't do a match engine update after the beta release, which traditionally they always do. But the match engine, I just think it was massive oversight. I think they thought they'd built a really good engine and hadn't really had enough feedback on the defensive AI of the engine. So like it's on one level get enough, on another level I do kind of get it, but I was in a position where and I'm just going to be honest with how I feel about it. I couldn't believe they released the match engine in the state that they did. I was really surprised, and that is, in some regard, a compliment to previous years, where I always think the match engine that is released is always pretty good. And I've won a penalty, so I love this match engine, turns out. But I actually think the initial match engine they brought out was the worst ever. They've made attacking like a lot better. And I hate this match engine. I hate this match engine, by the way. I should let that be known. Yeah, I think they made attacking AI so much better that it really affected how defensive AI operated. And FIFA have had similar issues in the past, in recent years as well, in that they've made big improvements to how attackers work, and as a result, defenders have struggled. And FIFA have had the reverse of that, where they've made defending better. Oh, Toth. Peter Toth, viewers. Have some early dings for Peter Toth. So I think this match engine is... frankly, I don't think it's hugely different. I think it makes far less mistakes now. Having played a full half season, is that a thing? Having played half a season in a network game in the Premier League, defenders are still brain dead. Like, defenders still have some major questions to answer for themselves. Is he banging this in? Yeah, it felt like he was going to. I've got to try and remember any of these players, chat, which I feel like you're with me here. You don't remember either, do you? Look, we'll love to learn. We'll learn to love. Thank you everyone for subscribing, by the way. I will get to it. I'm just chatting through. Yeah, I think defenders have still got some, like, decision-making. And actually, I'm going to talk about some things today that I've never spoke about in regards to FM's graphics and animations. And I do worry that when I point it out, you're all going to go, I wish you didn't tell me this. Because your eyes won't be able to ignore it when I tell you. But yeah, we'll get there. I'm in the Slovakian top tier, mate, which is where I belong. Go on, Tothy. Oh, mate. So yeah, I think the engine was bad. I think it's improved. I definitely think defensive decision making has improved a lot, which I think was the biggest issue. Frankly, I think there are a number of problems. I think defensive decision making was the biggest. I think defending decision making now is a lot safer. I don't necessarily think it's I don't think it's probably as progressive as they would have liked it to be. I think it's safer. And I think making it safer is a quick fix. I say quick, a very long and probably stressful fix to the problems that existed in terms of positioning and passing from defenders. So I'm talking about defenders just launching balls forward or dwelling on the ball. They now just pass short. Would be my example. Should we just consider the current match engine an okay release engine rather than an actual update, and just say that they released an unfinished game? I mean, if you want, yeah, you could say that, and you could say that about any game that continues to update. How have we not won that match? Because I missed a penalty. Where are Petra Zalka? Where are they in the league? Oh, we should have won that. That is a mistake. Are they bottom of the league? Because that's going to burn. Shit, that's bad. They're bottom of the league. That is a bad start. When am I doing another YouTube series? When I get the urge to make 100 episodes of something, because I would like to. I would really like to. That's the thing. I would really like to. The chat was cleared. Hendo Boss, what are you doing? You haven't read my highlighted message. Sorry, mate. I was just on a wave of chatting. I've missed so many subscriptions. Chat. I will get to all of them. I'm just vibing at the moment. Trust me, I'll get there. I know the last one I read. Don't panic. The last one I read was Anton. So Alex Moxon onwards. I'm aware. What is shield mode? I don't know. I didn't mean to. My bad. Hendo Boss has gone. Follower. I don't know what you've done. I don't know what he's done. Thank you to everyone that is subscribing. Look, do you know what we'll do? We'll get that. We'll do that now, chat. Let's do that now. Alex, thank you for the 27 months. Appreciate that. 27 loads, isn't it? That's a lockdown baby right there. 27 months. Shawnee Boy, thank you for the 17 months. Great to see you back, Benji. Also saw you in the hashtag. Oh, see, Shawnee, we did that one. Thank you, mate. Valrono, thank you for the 27. Streaming's back. Woo! Show about the real football. What do you mean? X Zalem, thank you for the 4 months. I like not streaming for a while because I've got so much to talk about. Tom Martin with the 59 months. Oh, my voice is feeling it a bit though. It's English. It's Tesco Elmhurst English today, by the way, in case anyone's concerned about the human rights issues regarding my bottles of water. I will say recyclable, so don't worry about it. MJP45, thank you for the 18 months. Garthy87 with the 12. Toppenham with the 33 months. Happy to see you streaming. Me too, mate. Me too. Badaduka FC, thank you for the 23 months. 28 months, sorry. Jesus the J with the 21. Great to see you back, mate. Thank you, fella. Escapable with the 30 months. Appreciate that. Big Man Thomas with a 6-month streak. 8 months total. Thank you, mate. Boff Gaming with the 10 months as well. Appreciate that. My friend Morris. We're on a 38. If we get to 100, I'll do an FM23 giveaway. It's a good game. Ethan with the 29 months. Tobley 93. Let's go with that. Still not over England losing on penalties without actually going to penalties. What? I've not watched it yet. The Minty one with the 20 months. Thank you, mate. Hope you're well. Forest Fan Jack with a 34. How you doing, Ben? How's the save going? It's going all right. I wish I'd won that game there. Christ. JDFM Johnny. How you doing, mate? Thank you for the 5. Hope you're good. Paddy with a 12. And Saul with a 33. 38 sub-train right now. Massive. Well done, everyone. Good to see you back, Ben. Have we done the South? We've not done a Southgate chat yet. We'll do a big Southgate England chat at some point. I've got obvious thoughts on it. I've done some tweets about it, but we'll do some you can only say so much in tweets until we get 4,000 characters, and then I can say everything. Bloggers are back. But yeah, love the new background. Thank you. Me too. The on-air thing actually looks pretty good, doesn't it? The on-air thing looks good. I'm a fan of that. Big fan of the on-air thing. That's cool. I think he's earned himself another crack at it. Well, hold on. So what I want to know is, chat, how do you feel about the Football Manager match engine? And what I'm really interested in is what division you're in, because I've got a bit of a theory that I think depending on what division you're in, that's how you feel about the game. And so if you can say how you feel about it and the division you're managing in, that'd be fantastic. Because I think when you basically what I'll say is I think if you play lower league football, you think the match engine's fine. If you play elite football, top division football, you think it's average to not great. So that's sort of where people are at. So have I summed up your thoughts? Oh, look at that. An excellent intake of a golden generation. Jebaru, hello, mate. Lovely new background, thank you, mate. From the path to the playoffs last week, it got a fair few issues, some awful defensive and goalkeeping errors. Yeah. Not ideal. Trevor Gill, thank you for the 6 months. I mean, it's a train alive right now. 41, look at it fly, viewers. Did the PC arrive, Ben? Chat, honestly, I've got the option of just leaving these days, so I can do. No, mate, not yet. Well, actually, yes, it did arrive. It's not in my house currently, though, so that's good. Thought that you know that some of the on-screen chat goes into the camera. Oh yeah, crumbs. How do we fix that? Do you know? Was that it there? Did I solve it? I think I solved it. Yeah. So I'm playing in the Bundesliga, and the engine was absolutely unplayable before the update. Now it's working pretty well. I'm content with it. See, I think it's an interesting situation. One's named Jeff. Thank you for the 2 months. Ian as well. Thank you for the 28. New number. Who this? Yeah, chat. Look, keep this alive. Let me know if it gets to a minute. Let me know, and we'll panic. Bedders, thank you for the 12 months. I appreciate that. I've never had a 100 hype train, also like train thing. That'd be cool. It's better than it was, but still a bit bizarre. As you state, certain things I can let slide because I'm playing in the lower leagues. Been banning around English lower leagues for disclosure. Imagine that's harder to do when you're supposed to be managing elite players. Yeah, I think, because I spoke to Jack about it yesterday a little bit, and Jack said in his part to Prem thing, like, he's not noticing any match engine issues because he can just put it down to the fact that they're not very good players. And he's sort of just, and it's like, and as someone that's done a save in that division, or those divisions, like, you kind of want those moments from a video perspective. You kind of want moments where the match engine looks hilarious because they're fun. They're big moments. Ooh, Long Slayer. That's his name. Thank you for the 9 months, mate. I don't think that's as bad. There's something about the match engine that I feel like no one really talks about. I've never really seen it talked about ever. To the point, and I've been making content a long time. I've never seen this as a conversation. And we're about to play Slovan Bratislava, who are one of the better sides in the league. And I'm going to point something out to you, and you're going to go, "Why did you tell me this?" I'm going to have to play in 2D now. And I'm going to go, "Sorry," and then we're going to move on. Because I've only really been aware of it the last couple of years, and it's obviously been a thing for ages. But, yeah. It's just going to ruin my life. You might not consider it a big deal, by the way. You might go, "I don't care." You might go, "Oh, it's fine. I know, but I'm just living with it." Or some of you might be like, "I've never really thought about it like that, and I wish you hadn't said it, because now I can't stop noticing." And I'm going to be like... It's like... It's not as bad, I don't think, as the offside thing. It's the offside thing where you could tell an offside. Should we sat down for this? If that's your preferred way of watching. Look, it's not as bad. I worry if Holly's watching, she's going, "Oh my God, what's he about to say?" It's not... I don't think people care, because as I say, I've never heard anyone mention it, so I think it's fine. You can't tell offsides anymore. Can't you? Players ghosting through one another is infuriating, and that's obviously something that can be talked about as well, but that's not it. Okay, so as we get into this game, and I don't think it's something that can be fixed easily. That's my worry. So we need to see some gameplay. So if I go to like full match a minute, this will probably give us a better example of what I'm talking about. So one of my major gripes with the match engine is that even though, like, I don't think it's totally the case, it makes me quite angry. And just be ready for this. That players in the match engine only on the surface appear that when they've got the ball, and that's the important bit, when they've got the ball, to move in 8 directions. It's like old FIFAs, in that they can only really move and do things in 8 directions. And that makes the match engine and the animations for the match engine feel, to me, quite rigid. So if you think about it like a clock, they only really move in those 8. And it has absolutely been a thing for many years. But as I said before, we've never really talked about it. And to me, in a simulation of football, that's a bit of a problem in how they move. And like everything is sort of done in those angles. And I get some of you don't care and some of you have no inspiration, but if you've never really thought about it, I feel kind of bad for mentioning it. And I think there is some nuance in it, and they do move sometimes in different directions, but like the way they turn, they can pass on angles, but the way in which the players move is just a little like, and I'm getting having watched it for as long as I have, I'm pretty tired of watching it. I don't know if I agree. The past analytic map says otherwise. I'm not saying passes don't go in varied directions, because they do. I'm saying the way in which the players move is relatively, like, basic in their movement. And every, like, it's all sort of clock based. Do you know what I mean? You're not really seeing it. Do you want me to pause it in slow motion for you? Also, I don't know what the best speed to play Football Manager is. You know the average speed of FM? This is not the speed in which football's played at, is it? Does anyone else find that really weird, by the way? I was thinking this like even a year ago. Why is the average speed not the actual speed? I don't really understand that. Like, does anyone else find that so odd? Like the middle speed is not like they are playing in slow motion here. It's like they're on the moon. So you sort of have to play one up to make it feel a bit more alive. But then if you look at the clock, for example, so the clock is what makes it confusing. Like if you put it on regular speed, the clock is going at pretty much like perfect speed, right? But the players are moving in like a slower motion. And if you put it up one to slightly faster, the clock goes faster. But now I would say they're moving at sort of like realistic speed, I would say. I don't really get it. Yeah, so a lot of people play it like 2 or 3 up. Like, playing a 3 up for me is a bit quick. 3 up, especially, is like is way too quick for me. I remember watching Spencer. Spencer plays at like this speed, I think. Where Spencer plays, so he can like see what's happening, but like not. Like, my eyes can't handle it. I'm a 1 up kind of guy. But yeah, so basically, the best way to describe the movement in Football Manager, if you're a bit confused by what I mean, is, you know, if you've got an official Xbox controller, it can move all the way around and the movement feels fluid. But if you buy a knockoff Xbox controller, it can only move in like D-pad directions. It's like Football Manager players only really move in D-pad directions. Like there's like angles to it, but it's not. Something about it really jars. Like the way the bodies move just is quite jarring. But that's the best way to explain what I'm seeing more and more. I haven't got the new GPU yet. No, I don't have the new PC yet. They move like they're on a compass. I mean, yeah, but compasses are round. But like a controller D-pad is the best way to put it, in that you're limited to 8 forms of movement, which is up. Like, if you have a clock, you can kind of figure out what I mean. I don't know. Like that was a good example. Like that one movement he does there is a good example for me. He takes the ball in. Like, we can sort of watch it in slow motion. I'm not going to get too hung up on this. Like, he takes it in from that angle and then switches to the complete opposite angle. I don't know. But the passing is sort of like locked player to player. I don't really have an issue with the passing. It's the movement of the players that I find more frustrating. Yeah, north, northeast, east, southeast, south, southwest. That's exactly what I was trying to say, not saying very well. I think I will say I feel like I should be fair. The attacking AI is really good this year. The attacking AI is wicked. It's really like some of the movements really good. Big fan of the attacking AI, but I do think it's made the defensive AI a bit moronic. But yeah, so I'm trying to ignore it, and I think part of my problem is, like, I don't know. It's a bold thing to do to sit here and play FM and stream the game and say how how much I'm not enjoying it. It doesn't mean I'm not enjoying it full stop. It's not like it's not that straightforward. It's not I either love it or I don't. It's like I absolutely adored it and now I don't, is how I feel about it. I absolutely adored Football Manager, and now, speaking honestly about it, and I think that's important for my mental health, really. Like I was saying to Jack yesterday, I was talking to Jack and Harrison last night, and I was basically saying, if people don't think I could upload 200 episodes of Glory Hunter and fake it, and fake my enjoyment level, and act like everything's fine, and like ignorance is bliss, you're kidding yourselves. Of course I could. Of course I could. But do you think I wake up every day thrilled to make a video during the Palmer and Salford days? But did it look as if I was loving it? Yeah, of course it did, because that's the part of the game. But like, I wasn't every day. Of course I wasn't every single day. On days where you're really liking it, make 2 episodes. That was my attitude. But occasionally, you'd have to get a video out for 5, and at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you're not feeling your best, and you've got to record. Like, but I'm not gonna pretend, fake it and think of the cheddar. I mean, I could do that. I absolutely could do that, but I'm not gonna commit to something and con you all into something I'm not feeling. It's the same reason I stopped doing Glory Hunter last year. The honest answer is, and people often say, you guys watching the stream actually have a much better understanding of what I'm about to say, I think, right? If you've watched me play GeoGuessr or Call of Duty or any other game than Football Manager, or you've watched me in the Zealand watch-alongs, or you've watched any of my football content this year that I was doing, did I look like I wasn't enthusiastic or wasn't enjoying it? And then compare that to when I play FM. I'm not bored of making content. I'm not bored of this career, but I'm tired, Robbie, of looking at the same game, and a game which I think graphically is in some part regressed. I think the animations are an improvement on 10 years ago. I don't think the graphics are. And I'm at a point where I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the same game every single year, and I think if you play it periodically, I remember when I used to play FM, and I'm sure I'm gonna describe lots of you here. I used to go through waves of playing it non-stop for a month, 2 months, and then not playing it for a few months. And I'd come back and I'd play it for a month and 2 months. When you do it as a job, like, you don't get that luxury. You don't get the luxury of just taking like a month off, really, and not playing it. That's sort of what I'm doing at the moment. Like, as much as I'm annoyed about my PC situation, I'm sort of not playing it because I'm hoping to find a bit of a love for it again. So I'm like, when I come back to playing it, I'm excited to play it. And the network game I've got going on with the other boys, like, it's good fun. It's not a case, but people have got it wrong. I'm not bored of making videos. I'm not enthusiastic about making content. I still love making content. I still love the feeling of uploading something. I still love streaming. Like, I love it. Like, this style. Do I seem bored now? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm excited about chatting with you about this sort of this conversation. But am I frustrated? And I loved making my England video like yesterday. I had a really good time making it. Like, the storyline of it was fun. It was just a great video to make. It was fun. I don't mind that. But there are moments in like the down days of Football Manager where I just like, I'm bored of looking at the same shit. And it feeling like the UI is basically the same for the last 3 or 4 years. I get from a game design perspective that comes. I think is I'm not naive to any of this. I would hate people to go, but you're not thinking about how development works. I am, but it's sort of irrelevant to how I feel about it. I know they need to create a game every single year to make enough money to fund the staff that they've got in the company. I understand that they don't have microtransactions. They don't have people buying the game and then buying things on top of it like FIFA do. They have to bring out a game every single year. But do I think development is hurt a little bit by that? No, I think it's hurt a lot. And if so, right, let's I don't know. I can say this because I don't know. Let's say women's football's next year, right? If the update to the game isn't massive and the match engine change isn't huge, then when the fuck are they going to do it? Like, I do feel like I have to start putting pressure on a little bit because it does affect my livelihood. And there's other people maybe that can sit back and not have to say anything, and that's fine. And I'm seeing creators at the moment bang and pop off, making like content they're enthused about and feel great about, and their subscriber number on YouTube is booming and their Twitch viewership is booming. That's great. I'm haggard, mate. I'm you know what? Me and Loki, I think, can drive this because Loki's been critical for a little bit longer. I'm looking at the same thing most years now. And at what point do we say this is actually just not good enough? Like, it's okay to still love it and feel like this. It doesn't mean I hate Football Manager. I hate Sports Interactive. They've given me a game that I absolutely love. But and it's not because I've just lost 5-0. But like, at what point do we see a different version of this game and a version of the game that I think is in line with the year in which it's brought out? I don't think there's like... I don't think there is like... I think the base of what they've got is incredible. But I also don't think they're making enough of it. I think there is so much more they can do. And I don't know if it's just like financially it's restricted, or graphically it's restricted, or engine-wise it's restricted. And if it is, that's so sad. But I'd love that to be communicated with everybody. I'd love that to be... I think there should be more... I think they should say how it is. Because otherwise... And I'm saying this now in December. I am really worried. Let me give you my... And if this gets back to Sports Interactive, I'm kind of pleased, because I hope there's a world where they do their best to avoid this scenario. I am terrified that Football Manager comes out next year with women's football and it's half-baked. And their selling point for the year is a new league, women's football. They've had to redo the match engine to suit women's football, but it's still this current match engine. They didn't go away and build a completely new one. They're still working to the current engine that we see today. They've just changed it slightly and tweaked it to have like a women's version of the engine and a male version. If you don't do that, what a disservice to women's football. And also, what you've got to be aware of, and this is going to sound harsh, but I have to be honest about it, all you're really doing is making a new league accessible. That's all you're really... Like, you could say the same for like the J League. I understand the amount of changes that have to happen in terms of language, right? And in terms of loads of elements of women's football. I'm not going to list them all off, but I understand, right? I've read Mars's blog post. I interact with people about this conversation all the time. I understand. But if you don't do it like perfectly, then it'll feel undercooked. And if it is the major selling point for next year, let's assume it probably is at this point, then it better not just be women's football. It better be women's football, and as a result of women's football, we've been able to do this. We took the engine. We realised there was never a better time, if we're going to bring women's football in, to change the engine across the board, to graphically massively enhance things. Because do you know what it also does? It makes the last couple of years explainable. And I'd quite like that. I'd quite like to be able to go, do you know what? I can see why you didn't put loads of effort into what we currently have, because you've spent the last 3 years working on what's to come. And that's wicked. That's really cool. And I hope that's the case. Because then I can kind of go, fair enough. You know what? Fair enough. But I want to avoid the backlash. Because what happens is when there's a backlash to Football Manager, and I can say this from experience of previous years, SI get a bit of grief, Miles gets a lot of grief, and creators get shitloads of it. Because they get either criticised for not speaking out and saying something, or for saying too much. Like, you can't win, really. Like, this year we've talked down the game a little bit, and people have gone, oh, just play it. Who cares what you think? It's like, and then when we don't say anything, people go, oh, they're just being paid off by corporate football managers. Like, can't win it. I'm excited to see women's football come into Football Manager. I really am. I think my knowledge of the game will improve massively, and I think and ultimately I'm most excited about it because I think it provides a huge opportunity for Sports Interactive to revolutionise that game for the first time in a long time. And we steer away from the word evolution and we go to revolution. I think to me that's really exciting. Chat, we missed the train, but thank you to everyone that's continued to subscribe. But I got passionate. RXXIXXO. I don't know if that's that in the right order. Thank you for the 4 months, mate. Wreck-It Rob with the 7 as well. I'd rather you were genuine than fake. Well, thank you, mate. Just your 77 with the 27 months. Just giving you that look, just because we know. Linton's with the 24 and Kirk's with the 12 as well. Thank you, mate. I feel like we need the big improvements this year. If not next year, then I'll be done. Bailey played 23. It feels like the same game. Personally, for me, I won't be interested in women's football. It's good at seeing, but I won't be playing it. I think a lot of people agree with you. I sort of summed it up yesterday in the conversation we were having. As to me, the Women's Super League will be a bit like the Eredivisie, to how I view the Eredivisie in Holland. Like, I've got an interest in it. I couldn't name every player in every team, but I've got like a decent understanding. And when I play Football Manager, sometimes I load it, sometimes I don't. That's basically it. Not very revolutionary for me. FIFA has already done women's football. No. I'm saying the opportunities that it gives Football Manager to make changes could be revolutionary. Them putting in women's football, I agree, isn't revolutionary from a standpoint of the game and how we play the game. I think the idea of it being a game is really important. I think like the social perspective of it is really good, and I think hopefully if it brings loads of new players to the game, that's cool as well. But I do think we've got to be like sort of honest with what it is and not put too much stock in it to some degree. Like, I think it's great it's coming in, but to me, like, if it's the headline feature next year, that worries me a little bit. Surely they will add more women's leagues than just the English leagues. You're right, they will. I suspect they'll. I think they'll probably add. I've got no idea. I think they might add 10 across probably France, Spain, Germany, England, the US, maybe a few other places as well. Maybe Brazil. Less than 4% of FIFA players have played the women's football. Yeah, because the women's football in FIFA is shit. There's like no point really. It's just the kickoff, isn't it? But this is not the same. Football Manager and FIFA are not comparable with this to this degree. Like, do you know how fleshed out women's football is going to be in FM comparatively to FIFA? Like, it's not even in the same conversation, mate. It'll be so different. Welcome to the kickoff. I feel like they've missed a chance to massively make a game mode or something around the World Cup. Haven't thought too much about it, but as a marketing tool, that would have been big, minus the human rights backlash, which could be why. Could be. I doubt there's a big enough interest in women's football to warrant it being implemented in FIFA or women's or Football Manager. I think of the major leagues and the major game. Like, I think if you think about the major leagues that aren't in Football Manager, women's football is up there, right? Because it's like me going, I'm not sure how much interest there is in the Romanian top tier. It's like, well, it's probably as much interest, and that's in there. Do you know what I mean? Like, where does women's football rank in terms of played leagues next year? I reckon it'll be quite a lot. And the attendance numbers, like someone just put in chat there, as I say, the attendance numbers at women's games is growing, like, massively. So, you just said how fleshed out FM is. I find all the stats and things just as fun as the match engine, so maybe that's why I still enjoy FM23. I love the data side of it. I could spend hours looking at the data side of FM and have a great time. I really could. But are other things, what's the word, hampering my enjoyment? Yeah. I've only got 4 games left. Oh, the league splits, doesn't it? Right? We split up into relegate. Oh, all we've got to do is survive. Well, I say survive. All we've got to do is stay competitive. The league split's coming. Okay, good. Good. Bluebirds, 71, thank you for the prime, mate. Thank you for the 9 months. We just saw this first bit's kind of weird then. We're just because especially where we are in the league, we're just sort of playing to get through this a little bit. And FM players love to play obscure nonsense, of course. No reason why they wouldn't do the same for the women's game. Exactly that. Exactly that. I think people that play like random, like lower league saves and stuff like that will have an interest in playing in the women's divisions. Like, I can see that absolutely being a thing. And I think people that play in the Premier League every year or focus on their one big elite club probably won't play women's football in the same way that they stick to their one team a season and that's their save. Like, it'd be great if we did a 4-way talk about FM23 again with the Jack and Kev. The problem we've got at the moment is I feel like I probably need another couple of weeks of playing so I can speak fairly about it. I feel like I've got a pretty good grasp, but I'd like a couple more weeks. I've not even talked about the idea that the new FM's come out and Z has concluded that the better move for him is to focus entirely on the World Cup. Christ, that's concerning a little bit, I think, but we can ask Z about that in that series, I guess. FM has launched and Z has put all of his time into watching the World Cup and making 32 World Cup videos, opposed to doing anything FM really, other than like a couple of videos. I mean, the World Cup's every 4 years now. He's just spent 2 years building up a Football Manager audience, mate, and the release of a new version, and he's streamed it 5 times. I don't deny to me it's a bit of I'll put it this way: you're telling me if FM wasn't absolutely banging and new, he wouldn't be getting a little bit of Football Manager into his schedule. I think it's bad for FM. I don't think it's bad for Z. I think Z can do what he likes. Z's in the position where he can do what he likes. But I think if FM are ignoring that, that's head in the sand a little bit. I don't, yeah. Mate, the team hate me. What's really annoying about the morale of the squad, or the morale of the team generally, is they're only happy if you're winning. And we're not really winning. Is this guy any good at right back? Oh, but we already knew New Zealand loves the World Cup. Blicker D. Wendell, what's the point? Honestly asking. Okay, can I say what's your point? Honestly asking. What do you mean? That's pretty vague, mate. Help me. Up a generation. Right, let's try this. Do you know what I actually find really effective this year? I think Clates is doing. I'm using it with Wolves at the moment, and I think it's really good. Is playing this. I actually really like it. I actually really like it. If we put a gegenpress style on. I wonder if this works in this division, actually. I've used it in the Prem. I've not used it this low down. So I'm kind of interested to see what happens here. Play it hyper aggressive. Yeah, there we go. Jamie, thank you for the 17, mate. Appreciate that. I'm all right, mate. Overdue library books. Thank you for the 25 months. Why? What point are you trying to make with saying it's bad for FM that Z is just watching the World Cup instead of playing FM? How could SI change that fact? Just didn't get it by making a game that excites him to the point where he can't not play it. Slovakia, Blanco. Rufio, thank you for the 11 months. And Kelsey W, thank you for the Prime as well. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the fact I've not streamed a lot recently. The plan is to stream most days this week. So, as an advocate for talking about mental health, how's yours been, mate? Hope you're doing well. Terrible. but that's not very cheery, is it? Laugh through the pain, Ben. It's fine. Yeah, awful, mate. But yeah, about as bad as it's been for ages. But don't worry about that. Which is great when you make content and people go, "Ah, this is shit," or "Where's this been?" or "Why do you do this?" It's like, because I'm mentally, my brain's fried, mate. So I wake up most days and just want to have a cry. So laugh through the pain, laugh through the pain. RDF's in the building. Hello, Aaron. Love Aaron. One of the nicest guys around, man. Ashen's Crown, thank you for the 4 months. You blame Scan, I blame DPD, mate. 30 for the 22, Dazza. It's just hard. It's just hard. And I won't lie, and I'm not trying to put an insane amount of guilt on Football Manager here, but they are a massive factor into how I feel at the moment. I don't feel excited and enthused to play their game as a career at the moment. And that's when you've made it your career, that's really difficult to deal with. That's really difficult to deal with. I don't know if that's easy to relate to other people and how you feel about what you do, Like, I don't know if it is or not, but that's really difficult. Dan, thank you for the 47 months, mate. Anyone that has mental health struggles know that it's really easy to block that out and just like carry on at times and fake it a bit. So that's sort of what we're doing every day. And if you fake it enough, you find that actually that's just the life you're living and things get better. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. Fighting through it, etc. So yeah. I think people look at content creation and go, he stays at home all day. He doesn't do it like it's not as easy as that. You think I got to the position I'm in, like with a channel of the size I've got, or the Twitter following I've got, or the Twitch following I've got by just sitting around doing nothing? Like, just not how it works, mate. I took a niche game and I helped explode it to the point where people like Tom FM and Omega Luke and Zealand and Clates and everywhere else could make it full time or have made it full time in the last year. Like, I'm gonna give myself a bit of credit. Like, without me, I'm not sure that happens for a lot of people. If it was just Jack still making content, like, and promoting Lelujo back in the day, I'm not sure all this happens. Like, Jack deserves a lot of credit as well for things that people obviously just don't really think or care about because they don't have to. You getting therapy? No. So yeah. I think the showdown, I still think the showdown as well as a thing was a massive factor into a lot of the successes people are having right now. Because I think creating awareness of those people is really important. I also think those people like people like Luke and Tom especially, like, are working super hard to maintain it as a career and should be like given a lot of credit for that because it's hard. But I do think the showdown was a massive factor for some people in that period of time. I don't think it's a coincidence that a lot of people that we had in showdowns have gone on to make this a full-time career in the last couple of weeks or like months or years or whatever. But I knew that. It's that, you've heard the phrase before, right? It's that rising tides idea of like, that's what I was really like cautious of, and I thought it was important that it was maintained, really. So, yeah. I like to think you found new people, whether that be Second Yellow Card or Clates or literally anyone that's been a part of the showdowns. Can you not make the showdown more lucrative for you? If I stopped doing content full time, I could make the showdown a lot bigger, I suspect. But the showdown's got its own question marks at the moment, which will be discussed in the next few weeks, I imagine. So yeah, not for me to say at the moment. Do you speak to Fox in the Box at all anymore? Not really. I think Foxy, from what I can gather, maybe I'm off piece, I don't know. Foxy took himself away from the internet a bit and focused on himself. And as someone that knows Foxy pretty well, thank you, Scunny Rick. Someone that knows Foxy pretty well, I think that's the best thing Foxy could have done. I think Foxy found the internet quite volatile, and I think when you're like that, the best thing you can do is step away if you can, and I think he found a situation where he could, and that's probably healthy for him. So I hope he's doing well. I don't know if anyone's heard from him, but like, I hope he's good. He's a good guy, man. We'd be sad if the show gets shut down. I hope that's not the case, but I won't say it's not impossible right now. There's lots of things to be discussed at the moment. It's a tricky situation. JS, thank you for the Prime, mate. Thank you for the 7. So when do we talk about England? we're an hour in. Is it time? When do we talk about England? It's been a few days. It's been a few days now. You know? I think the thing is... Actually, I'm going to do a poll. Most people will be from England, so if you're not an England fan, I can only apologise. So, the question is... I guess if you're not from England, you probably don't care. You get 1 minute chat. The question is, Southgate, in or out? I think if you watched me over the last year, you kind of know where I stand on it. And a lot of it was based on what happened in this tournament, to be honest. I literally spoke about this exact scenario. That's what's so funny. I thought England would get knocked out by France in the quarterfinals, so it was crazy to talk about this exact situation. I think the poll in my chat right now pretty much sums up the feeling in the country, actually. But I do want to talk about it. There's enough people here. If 30% of people watching right now think Southgate should be out, there's a conversation to be had here. I think you'd be, my view on it is, I think you'd be absolutely crackers to get rid of him. I think you'd be crazy to get rid of him. Everything to me suggests that England are on their way to winning a tournament with Gareth Southgate. And my case study for it is Didier Deschamps. And if you replace him, who is that with? And why? Why them? Like, I think people forget with France. People look at France now and go, God, aren't France incredible? Aren't France great? Yeah, they are brilliant. Did Deschamps win a trophy in his first 6 years as France manager, or was it in the 6th year? Like the Euros will be for Southgate. I think also people forget that France are really good. People talk about Thomas Tuchel. I find the Tuchel name crazy. I find the Tuchel. Dan's put there Tuchel if he wants it. Perfect tournament manager who is very tactically astute. I think Tuchel. I'll say it. I think Tuchel would be terrible as England manager. To be clear, I think he's a very competent club manager. Very, very competent. Very good club manager. I can't think of many worse choices for England manager than Thomas Tuchel. To be honest. And I sort of stand in the position that you have to have a manager from your nation. I think if you're England, you should have an English manager. I think if you're Spain, you should have a Spanish manager. If you're Germany, you should have a German manager. If you're French, you should have a French manager. I think you should. I think you stand a better chance with a manager from your nation. I really do. I think players at international level respond to it better, to be honest. And I don't doubt there are a few examples, not very many, where it works. And I think if you've got a manager who commands the respect, the example I would give where it's worked quite well is the England women. I think the respect the England women's manager has is a massive factor for her. And I also think because women's football is still in its infancy, I do think you get a bit more leniency for that. But people don't think Gareth Southgate's been a success as England manager. I think that's crazy. Vegman is her name, I think. Serena Vegman. Potter's a great manager, but does he not require lots of time to work with a squad to play the way he wants? How that's going to successfully translate to international football? I think loads of people have that exact issue. In that people talk about these managers that have like really intricate tactical styles. Does anyone think Gareth Southgate's got a really intricate tactical style? Does anyone think Didier Deschamps does, by the way? Does anyone think France play with a really intricate style of football? I fucking don't. And I've been watching him for the last 10 years. That's not how it works at international level. Do you know how little time they get over a year period to implement what they want amongst a group of players? Do you know how hard it is to get a group of players to buy in to everything you're suggesting? And have you heard the England players talk about Gareth Southgate and Steve Holland? Have you heard it? They love them. They think they are great. They haven't just given the country belief they can win things. They've given these players the belief they can win things. And when they lose to France, it's not a conversation of, oh, we could have won and we didn't win. It's we should have won and we're gutted we haven't won. We could have won that. And then on another day, and I've heard loads of French pundits and journalists say as well, on another day, England win that more often than not. Ben White doesn't, allegedly. It's almost like the Daily Star put out an article to get England to respond and in a way to bait out the actual reason, because no one can find out why Ben White isn't with the England squad. Mad that, innit? Medieval Hawk. Hello, mate. Thank you for the 32 months. I think international management is incredibly hard. Incredibly hard. Incredibly cutthroat. I think when you have a World Cup, only one team wins. And that in itself it sets everyone else up for failure. And the idea of, like, if they've had a good tournament or not, or if they've been a success or not. The example we can easily use in this conversation, by the way, is if Morocco lose in the semi-final to France, have they had a successful tournament? Because there are genuinely people that will say they've not had a successful tournament because they've not won it. So how can they be a success? Mate, what world are you living in? What world are people living in? It's so what? So you're only successful if you win. Is that where we're at now? With football, by the way, a sport where 1% of teams win. That's the only way you can judge success, mate. That is bonkers. I would say that's how you judge maybe legacy and things like that, but that's not how success is measured. That is not okay. Well, not for me anyway. I mean, success is getting this team to care about me. Things are going to improve here if we win matches. I don't understand if England went out to a shock loss, but they went out to a tournament favourite. They went out to a tournament favourite and arguably played better. And do you know what's really fascinating, by the way? Really fascinating to me is France scored pretty early. And then what did they do? Did they go for it? And did they make sure England were well beaten? No, they sat back a little bit and tried to manage the game from a defensive position. And this time for them, with the quality they've got, with the cross of Griezmann and the head of Giroud, and with the Harry Kane miss, it worked. Do you know which team also tried to do that and it didn't quite go to plan? England, in the final of the Euros. Football is so cutthroat. And Gareth Southgate is a man that sets England up to not lose, basically, and to be pretty safe. But at times in where he has to unlock them a little bit and let them off the leash, he will do that. We saw it against France. We've seen it in previous games too. He will do that more often than not now, because do you know why? He's got a lot more confidence in this team than he did 4 or 5 years ago. Who was Southgate beaten that he wasn't supposed to? Germany in the Euros? Oh no, Germany is shit. I forgot. Crazy. Southgate sounds like a man that should take a break from football for the sake of his mental health, to be honest. I think he needs time away a little bit. I'd be gutted if Southgate lost today, if left today or something, or left this week. I'd be gutted. I think it'd be such a shame. Germany would definitely favour. If I went through that Germany squad and went through that England squad, and you're telling me like England were like favourites, I think you're crazy. Honestly, I really do. Keeping Mbappe and Messi is what FIFA want. Mate, people that think that like it's easy to do what referee, like the idea that it's been rigged at all is bollocks. I hate that conversation, to be honest. I said it on Twitter, right? If Potter and Howe were available right now, I could say, especially Eddie Howe, actually. I think if because they to me are the two standout English managers of the current moment, right? Of right now. If they are available right now, I think the FA would be wise to have a conversation with them. To at least say to them, how do you ever see yourselves managing England? Do you ever see yourself coming onto this ladder of England managers? And maybe in 2 years, they will. But it's not because Southgate's done a bad job. I just think tactically, there could be some evolution with someone like Howe or someone like Potter. To me, there's no one else in that conversation right now, and they're not available. They're like, it's just not going to happen, is it? It's just not going to happen. But it's not necessarily something that needs to happen either. I think England are fine with Southgate, and I understand people want to win. But we're not that far away, mate. Like, we're really not that far away. It's so close. And if you've been off the last, like, 4 years or whatever, if you've been off the last 4, I'm talking about, like, post-Euros, really, with Southgate. And it's purely Gareth's decision. Well, it's the FA's decision. The FA could make a move. But I hope he stays for the Euros, and then I think... To me, if we don't succeed after the Euros, 6 years, it's a much more natural point for me. It's a much more natural point for him to leave. After this tournament, losing to a very good French team that will probably win the whole thing, I don't think it's that bad. And I think the FA would absolutely appoint Gerrard. I think Southgate sort of proves they wouldn't. And I suspect they love him, but I also think this idea that Southgate's a yes man is absolute bollocks. Southgate is so not a yes man. I don't even know what people mean when they say it. I see it on Twitter all the time, by the way. People are going, Southgate's a yes man. Why? Is it because when he was playing 5, everyone was going, oh, I wish you'd play 4, and he went, do you know what? Actually, yeah, I should play 4. You know, when everyone wanted Tomori in, and he was like, actually, I don't think Tomori's right now. I don't think we should do it. When everyone wanted Grealish to start, he was like, do you know what? I don't think Grealish should. You know, when he's not done any of those things, and he's sort of done what he wants and played the way that he wants them to play. How's he a yes man? Do you know what people mean when they say Gareth Southgate's a yes man? This is hilarious, right? Do you know what people say when they say he's a yes man? He's polite. He's quite a nice bloke. That's what I've concluded. They call him a yes man because he's quite nice, and he doesn't seem like a massive wanker. And because I realised that managers don't think of yes men are outspoken and quite volatile, but it's just because he's like quite a nice bloke. Oh, he must be a yes man because who was he going to say no to? Well, Grealish, James Maddison, Trent, like. Like, if you see Southgate be called a yes man on Twitter, just go, who's he saying yes to, dickhead? It's so weird. Mirrens, thank you for the 13 months. Oh, I've had this on my chest for so long. I'm glad to get it off, folks. I think some people say that because if they judge his politics to be too. I mean, who cares? With respect to Gareth Southgate, I really don't care what his politics are. I don't really think it affects what he does as England manager in terms of like, I quite like him to be like a quite nice and respectful bloke, but I think you can do that from both sides of the political spectrum. People don't really agree with that, I understand, but I do think that's the case. I don't want to play these friendlies, thank you. I didn't realise I had to do friendlies. I don't want to do friendlies. I'm chatting about football. Do you think I want to play friendlies? No, I bloody don't. I'll let Mattis Tuna deal with it. Only picks his favourites. What? Yeah, I mean, yeah, as if that makes him a yes man. That's every manager, isn't it? His politics don't affect him as a manager, but affect people's opinions of him. Potentially. Thank you, Fight Me Cutie Pie. I appreciate that. To Poison Chalice. What did you think of the lineup subs against France? Would you do any different? Yeah, probably. But lineup-wise, I think he got it pretty much spot on. I don't think... there's nothing in that lineup that I would have changed. I know he had a good game, but I think hindsight's 2020, right? I might not have started Saka. I know people were really critical of me of saying that on Twitter. Like, I think getting fouled is a skill, but you aren't doing anything other than getting fouled. Like, unless you win a penalty, which he did in the second half. I thought it was a lot more direct in the second half. I thought in the first half he was a bit too safe and a bit too passive. And I actually thought Theo Hernandez was there to be got at, and he wasn't really getting at him enough. Like, I actually felt like he could have done more to that degree, and I think us being a bit more direct would have relieved a bit more pressure. And I think the problem I have with Saka does this a lot, and he's not the only player that does this, by the way, lots of players do. When you get the ball from a wide position and you take it inside, you are more likely to create something. You're also a lot more likely to lose it. And if you lose it in central areas and the ball turns over quickly, but you've committed players out wide, because if you've got to think, right, if a wide player cuts inside, what do fullbacks do? Very often they will move forward and fill that space. Or Henderson would have filled that space, and you leave alternative gaps in the middle. So, while getting fouled seems like, well, at least he's getting fouled. If you don't get fouled and they win the ball, you suddenly put your team under a lot of pressure. Whereas if you're a bit more direct and you run slightly wider with it, you relieve that pressure at times. So that's what had me nervous. In terms of changes, I think it was really hard. I don't think anyone would have denied at the point where they made changes that England should have done, but it was really difficult to know who to take off. I don't think that was obvious at all. I don't think taking anyone off was tough, and I think people were critical of Saka being taken off. I don't know if he had an injury or a knock or anything, and look, his impact on the second half was really good. I think he wanted to bring a bit more fresh impetus in with Sterling. Obviously, he plays with a different foot. He does play a bit more direct and a bit more out wide. I think the penalty miss really stagnated the final 15 minutes of the game, because I think England looked pretty beaten after that moment, actually. But yeah, so I think taking him off, like bringing on Rashford and Sterling, I think that was fine. I think if he'd have done it earlier, that was tricky. I think Mount on for Henderson was the right move. At the point in which they did it, I think Henderson did a great job on Mbappe. But at the point where England needed to get back into the game, I think Mount for Henderson was kind of fine. I don't think it was that bad. I thought, I spoke to Blanco about this. I think it was you, Blanco, right? You thought Kane had a bad tournament. I thought Kane had a good tournament. I don't think he had a great tournament or an amazing tournament. I actually think he was okay. I thought he was particularly bad against France. I didn't think he was very good against France. I thought he was, in every other game, I thought he was good. But against France, I thought it didn't work as well. I think Kane didn't take into account the job that had to be done by Bellingham and Henderson. They weren't able to make the type of runs they were able to against Ecuador. Sorry, Senegal. I was thinking about my YouTube save. Spoilers, I played Ecuador in the last 16. But no, I didn't think Kane was great. I thought Kane rolled his defender really well. And that was kind of it. Like that, and scored his penalty, missed the penalty. For me, the penalty miss, I don't know about everyone else. I don't really care about the penalty miss, in that, like, every footballer, not every footballer, 99% of footballers miss pens. It's funny though, I think, like, I realise now loads of people thought this. When he's stepping up for that second pen, I'm saying, just like, pass it down the middle. Like, down the middle, mate. You got to go down the middle. And I've seen, like, loads of other people say, I wish you just put it down the middle. And I was thinking, angle to shoot like you're putting it in a corner, but just like slap it down the middle, mate. Like, Lloris is going to dive. He's not going to stay there. And yeah, and Kane leathered it. Like, if you hit it like pretty firmly, just off centre, it usually goes in. I think Kane felt like he had to give Lloris no chance. His first penalty wasn't great, and I think his second one, it was very it felt very Beckham-y though, like against Turkey, without the ground moving. It was weird. Yeah, you see his first, yeah, tricky. I totally agree with you, mate. I'm with you. It's disappointing though. I don't know who else do you give it. I think the problem is, Lewis, right? You're saying interesting debate on whether they should have given him it to take two in the same game. If you take it off him and you miss, mate, then what? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? That's awful, isn't it? You take him off it, and then you miss the penalty. It's like, why did you take? He scored one. You can't not have him take it. Is my theory, right? You can't. You just got to give it to Kane. Like, and ultimately, if you could have picked anyone, I think most of us would have picked Kane anyway, right? Like, I see your point, but like, you just can't. You just can't. Saka, not gonna lie. I mean, look, if James Milner was in the team, I'd be saying something different, but he's not. I said it in our group chat thing. I said, if you're gonna lose in the World Cup, lose like that. Lose like that. If you're gonna lose, go out like that. It's not a bad way to go out. And I think that's not something you can say about England ever. Right? You wouldn't say it against Italy, you wouldn't have said it against Croatia, you wouldn't have said it in the last 20 years before that. Like, maybe go out in the way that you did in 96. That's not too bad. But like, if you're gonna lose, play better than the opposition and miss a penalty that would have maybe changed things a bit. No, I'm not selling Toff. I would have sold him for a mil, but I knew I wasn't going to get a mil. TNE Rapper, thank you for the 21 months, mate. I had someone argue with me. NYR UK, thank you for the 2 months. Hopefully you win. Is it tonight? Faffers with a 62. It's all kicking off right now. I had someone try and tell me that Gareth Southgate hasn't evolved the team since he's been in charge. Mate, Twitter over the last few days has been awful. I don't know why I engage, really. I think I'm just as bored as the people tweeting me. Like, the idea that he hasn't evolved this England team should go and remember the week before the 2018 World Cup. And then you want to tell me he's not evolved the team? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, mate? What are you talking about? It was mental. I'm Southgate in. It's insane. Yeah, the 2018 World Cup was the worst squad we've ever had, and the squad we've had now apparently is the best squad in the world. I don't say this on Twitter very often because I don't really want the abuse. I don't think this England team is anywhere near as good as some England fans think this England team is. I do not think we are a World Cup winning England team right now. Do I think we could be in 4 years? Yeah. And we should be in 4 years. Do I think we are right now? No. I think there are 3 or 4 teams better than us. One of which has gone out, by the way. Like Brazil's team, mate. Look at Brazil's team compared to ours. Are you kidding? Brazil's squad is much better than ours. France's squad is much better, mate. In 10 years, right? Take yourselves 10 years into the future and go and look at the lineups of the France-England game that you've just watched. And history will say, as if England were the better team in that game, go look at that French back line compared to ours. Like, Lloris has got his issues, right? It's similar to Pickford. But he's a World Cup winning goalkeeper. It's crazy. People have got this idea that we should be winning it. We got a chance, but and look, people that are not English might be thinking, yeah, but you on Twitter were just saying it's coming home every 5 minutes. Of course I was. I'm excited about my England team, and it's coming home, isn't me? Actually, so like, you've got to understand the irony when it's not come home for 60 years. And every tournament, England fans go, it's coming home. Like, we know it probably won't. That's not why we're doing it. Because that one time it does, think how great it's going to be. Everyone's going to go, yeah, but you always say it comes home. I don't think people really get it. Like, it's not done with arrogance. Like, it's not an arrogant statement. It's that when I say it's coming home, it's me saying I've got a little bit of hope and belief here, and that's what it. I've got a little bit of hope and belief. That's all it is. You disagree? Our squad is as good as France. What? What do you mean? I can't. I'm not going to argue with you, Cameron. No, Cameron, you can't think that, Cameron. You can't, mate. Mate, you can't. It might be in 4 years. It's not right now. It's not right now. Mate, I would take a lucky dip with their back line, and it would start for our team. Like any of their defenders. Mate, Canate didn't start, and he's better than Maguire. England squad better than France? No, it's not, though, is it? Mate, France are better than us, and they didn't have Kante, Pogba, and Kunku and Benzema. And their squad's better than ours. It's okay. It's look, chat. I love England's team and I love England's squad, but it's okay to admit that France are better. Like, it's okay. It's not a problem. Like, yeah, it's a bit annoying, but we can't help it. Mate, Ferland Mendy, Kimpembe didn't even get in the squad. Do you know what I mean? Ben Yedder and Kunku, Benzema, Kante, Pogba, like, they weren't even in this squad. Their back line, Pavard, Diasse, Varane, Koundé, Saliba, Upamecano, Lucas and Theo Hernandez, and Canate. Have you seen England's defenders? But we left Mings out. Griezmann, Giroud, Mbappe, Dembele, Coman. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a fun side, England. But let's not be unrealistic. You know? Like, this is the problem. We build ourselves up and then the fall is so grand. Brazil have got Alisson, Ederson, Danilo, Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, Alexandro, Dani Alves, which is a bit funny, Militao, Teles, Bremer, Casemiro, Fred, Rafinha, Fabinho, Guimaraes, Ribeiro, Paqueta, Richarlison, Neymar, Jesus, Anthony, Vinicius Jr., who's one of the best players in the world, remember? Like, Rodrigo, Martinelli, one of the most informed players in the Premier League. Like, Brazil's fullbacks are horrible. I wouldn't say they're horrible. They're like Luke Shaw. That's sort of what I'm getting at. It's like saying Luke Shaw's horrible. Like, they're not horrible. Also, didn't they play Militao right back as well? With like Marquinhos and Silva. Compare Brazil's forwards to the team 20 years ago too. Brazil are overrated. I mean, ultimately they have lost to Croatia. So it's ironic paradox that Southgate gets criticised for playing overly defensive football with amazing players, but realistically our defence is only seen as amazing because of the system and atmosphere Southgate's created. Tim, high five, mate. Me and Tim are going out for a drink tonight. Where do you want to go, Tim? You pick it, I'll pay. I'll tell you who I thought was really good. I've been really critical of one player in an England shirt, and I tweeted this, so spoiler. I thought Declan Rice was fucking brilliant. I thought Declan Rice was my man of the match for England. I thought Rice was excellent, so good, and I think he's too passive. And I tweeted this, maybe by design for England. He's a bit too passive. Like, I had a little chat with someone about Rice. I'll quote myself so I stay consistent here. I've just written in dice, which I think we should absolutely be calling Declan Rice Dice from now on. But yeah, I thought Rice was great. Okay, so someone said one of the best, if not the best, at what he does in the world, which I thought was a bit far. People just don't see it because he's at West Ham. Just wait until he gets the huge move. To which I said, I think he's far too passive in an England shirt generally, which I think is by design. And for West Ham, I think he sometimes gets caught in the do-it-all attitude that Gerrard used to have. But he's clearly talented, which I think is probably the right take on Rice. I don't know. It's my take, so maybe you disagree. I think sometimes at West Ham he feels like he has to do a bit too much and he gets caught a little bit, and that can be problematic if you're playing in that size. Not all the time, but I think there are moments. And I think for England he's told to do quite a passive job. And I think against France he played on the front foot and he tried to play ahead of Griezmann. And so I thought he was really good. Yeah, everyone said Griezmann was great. I didn't think Griezmann was that good. I thought the cross was incredible, but other than that, like, not really that crazy. Yeah, Portugal's squad's a joke. It's mad that Portugal aren't through. Mate, what are Portugal playing at? Portugal, that's the golden jet. People talk about Belgium, mate. Portugal's the team that are bollocksing it up big time. Portugal, man. Oh, dearie me. I feel like Griezmann's always had a good work rate. It's why he was wanted at Atletico. I know it was a bit weird, that move. Mate, oh, dearie me. I don't really mind the Ronaldo thing. It's difficult to start him when Ramos has the game he had, but Portugal's 11 is really good. So who wins it from here? France seems obvious, right? I think everyone feels a bit like this. I mean, I'm Morocco or Messi, really. Oh my lordy, hello. You scored a goal there. Yeah, Morocco or Messi. Morocco would be wicked, but Messi, I feel like Ronaldo's sort of out. I feel like the conversation between Messi and Ronaldo was quite close. I feel like it's widening anyway, to be honest. I think Ronaldo's doing it to himself. Like, I would love Messi to win it though. I think I'd love him to retire. I know he's set to play in America, isn't he, Messi? But like, I'd love him to, like, if Ronaldo or Messi had won the World Cup and retired, I think that would have been wicked. That'd have been so cool. But I don't think Messi will do that. I think Messi still wants to try and get that Champions League record. Ooh. It's fine. Relax. Mate, if Zidane had won the World Cup, it was still a cool way to go out, though. Like, Zidane's still... Well, I guess he's not suspended anymore because the games have passed, but... Too many times. Morocco worth a cheeky bet. I said pre-tournament Morocco would top their group. The Belgian group. I thought Morocco would top it, so I'll take the points. Oh, you silly boy. If you've been sent off as well. Have you been sent off too? We're 1-0 up, mate. You Burke. Ah. You stupid boy. It's a good job this song's good, because I'd have been even more annoyed. We're going to lose now. Where are they in the league as well? They're not even good, are they? I can feel this. Oh, yeah! I'm fine. They're 7th. Oh, mate, if we win this, we're out of the mire. JTs, thank you for the 8 months, my man. Although I did have one fella on Twitter. This was mental as well. I forgot about this. And you just reminded me with Morocco chat. When Morocco scored against Portugal, the BBC had the absolute cheek to say it was a shock lead. Now, I disagree that it's like controversial. It was like, why have the BBC called it a shock league? Sorry, shock lead. What, Morocco beating Portugal? Why have they... What? He was like adamant that Morocco had like this insane tournament. They've been very good, but they're not the favourites against Portugal. So if the favourites don't win, ordinarily it's a shock. Especially when it's Morocco versus Portugal. Oh, I'm fine. ITV, whoever said it was a shock lead, whoever it was, right? It's not controversial. He was like, this guy was adamant. It was like, I won't name him or like show the tweets or anything, but he was like dead set that it was disgusting. It was like, I just think it's lazy analysis to say it's a shock. What are you on about? Why are you offended by this? One bloke going, it's a shock. It is a shock. I was shocked that Morocco beat Portugal or took the lead against Portugal because Portugal's team's really good and Morocco's is not really good. It's just well drilled and decent. No, he's not Gen Z, mate. He's older than me, I think. I was baffled. It was so exhausting. All English pundits and commentators only watch the Prem. That's like saying all Football Manager players only play FM, mate. It's not true, is it? They don't only watch the Prem. They are paid to commentate on the Premier League, lots of them. But they don't only watch the... It's not true. What do you want me to do? Yeah, Matterface and Lee Dixon are not good, though, in fairness. The less I see of Lee Dixon... I hate Lee Dixon. Lee Dixon's just the new Lawrenson. I can't be arsed. I want Ali McCoist on every match ever. Well, the thing is with Ali McCoist... We were 1-0 up in this game. Literally 1-0 up, having the time of our lives, chat. And now we've just been destroyed systematically. It's great fun. Jenis, I don't really mind as much. I don't think Jenis. I think he gets a bad rap. I don't think he's nearly as bad as people think he is. I think he's just a bit vanilla. Is that bad? I don't think it's that bad. I think people just hate on him. To me, people hate on Jenis in the same way they hate on Owen. Like, I just think they're fine. I don't care who's commentating. I just want to get the vibe that they love football. That's the thing I care most about. I want to feel excited by their punditry to the point where, like, I continue my excitement. If you're watching it and you're like, oh, this is, oh, God. There he goes again. Look, that's happened again. That's happened again. Like, I just can't. I just, CBA, mate. CBA. Aiden, thank you for the Prime, mate. 15 months, appreciate that. We've scored again. Ben, as someone who watches American sports and broadcasts, why do you think we get the punditry and commentary so wrong in this country? America get it so right in the NHL, NFL, or whatever. Like well, I think part of it is the localization of it. I think a lot of the guys that do the commentary. So, for example, the New York Rangers, and I watch like every game, right? The guys who do like the guys that commentate on that. It's like their one big focus is the New York Rangers. And I think that gives them like an inherent understanding of what's happening all the time. Whereas I think what people forget, right? What people forget, I think national commentary, but I will say, I think on that point, I think national commentary in America isn't very good, actually. I actually think national commentary, when I've watched the hockey national commentary, I don't think it's anywhere near as good because I'm comparing it though to like the localized commentary that I watch with the Rangers. Did I just miss another penalty, by the way? I'm getting sick of it. So I think that's a factor in it. I think one thing that is lost sometimes by English football fans is that, so with Sam Matterface, right, I don't think he's a particularly good commentator. What an effort that was. I don't think he's a particularly good commentator, but I do think his vanilla approach to commentary appeals to a mass audience. And I think people that aren't on Twitter or have an opinion of it will never say that he's like a bad commentator. I just think when you watch a lot of football and you consume loads of it, when you see someone like Sam Matterface, you're just a bit like, oh, this is just not of the level of some of the other commentators, like John Champion or Peter Drury or Tills even, right? Like there's quite a few of them. And he's not on that, or even like Guy Mowbray, like he's just not as good. He doesn't have the gravitas of even someone like Steve Jones, I want to say, who does the BBC as well. Like they're just not as good as some of those people. Steve Wilson, thank you, Steve. Well, Steve Jones is the Channel 4 F1 guy. Yeah, Steve Wilson. So I don't think it's crazy. I think we're irritated in the moment because they're ruining what we think is like the greatest sporting occasion of all time. And to be honest, I'm not really a fan of Matterface. Pugac. I don't mind Pugac. I used to like Pugac on the radio probably more than I like him for ITV. But I don't really mind them. Like Pugac on the radio was always really good, I thought. I don't love him on telly. See, like Jonathan Pierce, I'm not a big fan of. It's interesting. A lot of people saying like the quite like, but I don't really like Jonathan Pierce. Although interestingly, and it is interesting really, I think Jonathan Pierce is great with doing women's football. I think he's really good. Also Robot Wars, but I do think his commentary on the women's football is really good. I quite like him doing that, but I'm not really a fan of him doing the men's game for whatever reason. I don't know. It was great on Robot Wars though. I mean, credit where it's due. Fantastic on Robot Wars. Oh, we're having one of those seasons where we're not actually that bad, but we are in trouble here. We have taken over. I mean, to be fair, when you look at this, we're having a hell of a season. Okay, so don't you worry, chat. We're having one hell of a season. I'm not really sure how we can improve what is a pretty good team though, other than the fact we're getting sent off needlessly, which is annoying. We play in 10 days, which is ages. Has anyone been watching the FM while while I've been chatting, by the way? Has anyone paid any attention to it? All I know is I'm losing. That's the problem. But I'm enjoying the stream, chat. So in a way, we're winning, aren't we? In a way, we're having a great afternoon. So that's fine. We're just vibing out. We're just vibing out. This is like a podcast where you lot are very involved. I'm the type, if you're new to my streams, I'm the type of streamer that I give the chat a lot of time on my stream. I don't focus just on the game and pretend you don't exist. I try and read as much as I can. I think it's important that you feel a part of what we're doing because that's more fun. With that in mind, I just have to check that I've not heard anything about my PC. Oh, where we go. This is a therapy session after Saturday. I think there's lots to be positive about in regards to England. I don't think people have to stress about it. Although I will say, speaking of stress, Elle's gone out for the evening. Doug's gone to see Father Christmas tonight, and she's gone out all afternoon. So there's no one's bring me a cup of tea or anything. What am I supposed to do? Just hang out as if everything's normal. Do you know what I might do? Because I'm getting a bit cold. This is the joys of this desk chat. We're going up. I need a sound effect attached to when I press the button, really. Like, you know, like elevator music. Put a kettle in the office. Blanca, if I do that, mate, I'll never leave. We're like, what is happening? Guys? Yeah, that's fun. Oh, I recorded my video stood up yesterday and I really enjoyed it. But it's just good to have a stretch, isn't it? I treat the streams like a podcast and listen to your opinions. And you explaining calmly why you think people are wrong. I have absolutely no idea who you're managing. Christ. If you don't do a walk-off, when do you, chat? The thing is, I promised it'd be fine. I could be sacked here. I actually could be sacked right now. I'm up. The thing is, I might set a record for the most sackings in a Football Manager save, which I actually think would be cool, in a way. You know, in a way. Not in a good way, but in a way. Oh, people are subscribing. Thank you. Brian, thank you for the 2 months, mate. Every time I log in, Ben is sacked again. Cheers, mate. Thank you for the 13 months. This is my third. To be honest, mate, I've lost count. I actually don't know. We're increasingly concerned that you appear to have lost the support of the players at the club and want to know if anything you intend to do about it. Good question. I'm extremely aware that the contentious issues for everyone at the club right now, but I remain confident I can resolve matters. We don't want to hear tales of regret. We want to see action. And your job is very much on the line here, Peter. Peter, mate. Peter, calm down, Peter. Peter, calm down. Let me put my slippers on, Peter. We can't do anything until the slippers are on. Now I'm stood up, I realise how cold my feet are. They're not particularly... They're the slipper company. Slippers. In case anyone's interested. Oh. God, it's just nice to be able to stretch your legs, isn't it? The thing is, I was going to say, now you can see how tall I am, but it just looks the same, doesn't it, really? It just looks exactly the same. But Blanco's met me. I'm a tall bloke. We don't hear tales of regret. Good. Ask for a chance. The last thing that I actually agree, though. I actually do think the last thing the club needs is more upheaval. Right? Am I going to be sacked? I think I'm going to be sacked. This can't keep happening to me. I just want one normal stream. I just want one stream. I just want one stream where everything's normal. I just want one stream. Can I just have one stream where I'm not sacked, please? Just one stream. I can... Hope Harrison's got some packs to open. I can't believe this is... It's a checkered... That's my fourth team. I actually thought I only had three. I forgot about... where was this? Where was this? I don't even... How long ago was that? I don't even remember. I've spent 20% of this save on holiday. Ben, not in a patronising way at all, but I really enjoy your job hunting streams. Let's call up Harrison. Can we do the network? Sano, what's the network game situation at the moment? Have we got everyone? Everyone's online. Can we do it? Should we fire up the old network game? Freddie, thank you for the 6 months. I shouldn't have called myself The Rock. View manager timeline. It's just hired and fired. It's just hired and fired. How many times have I been sacked? 4 times. Has it been 4 sackings? Is that right? Yeah. I beat Matt Blanco last night. Huge. Job, not John. I'm not sure I'm the Rock. Rotted Bobcat, thank you for the sort of fluffy as well. Thank you, mate. Honestly, I've had more sackings than Santa. This is ridiculous. Should I have threatened? I never threaten. Maybe I should have threatened. Well, I think what we can put this down to is an error, chat. Proudy, yeah, Proudy had a board meeting. Yes, I'll find this actually, Proudy. We'll show this on stream. All right, because it's quite funny. Proudy had a weird scenario yesterday. This is Proudy's tweet from yesterday for those that missed it. There you are, look. This is Proudy's tweet. The board told me to improve results, gave me a month. I've just been thumped 6-0, 4-0, 6-0 again, and they're keeping me on. And the board statement says, the board are delighted to inform you that following the promise you made to them, they're satisfied you've done the utmost to keep it. What? I think it's a bug. Chris, the irony is, Chris, I think it's probably a bug, mate. But the title of The Rock has been weighing me down, do you think? Right, well, I better start, hang on, we better start looking again. We're going on holiday again, chat. Where are we going? I've had a lot of holidays. I've actually not had a holiday, really, until I went to New York. So it's quite nice, really, to have a holiday. It's Chris. Chris, thoughts? Losing 6-0 to Harrison really is a sackable offence. Did you lose 6-0 to Harrison? Urban Monkey with a 24. Thank you, Bros. Thank you, boss man. This is how legends are made. Boom, boom. I have been to New York, yeah. I've got a picture on the wall of a picture I didn't take, actually, of the Chrysler building. I'll take it off the wall, but I think it's stuck to the wall. Can you see it if I move this? Oh, don't move it, Ben. Don't move it. Don't move it back. Christ. At least the background's good. YouTube plaque, Sneak Energy, and an on-air sign, which looks cool. Every cloud, right? Every cloud. Oh my God, chat. Chat, it's taken no time at all. Where is this? Right, chat, we're going around here, okay? Right, listen, okay? I don't want this job, so I'm not going to do it. And I know I'm desperate, but I don't want it. But I can't look at you and say it, so I'm just gonna keep saying it over here. Right, come on. Yes, I don't want it. Decline. I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't need it. Okay, I've got lots of offers at the moment, raining in. You think I need that? I don't. Okay, I don't. In. Calm. Remain calm. Jesus. We'd like to remind you that it's not too late to get vaccinated against the flu this season. I should almost certainly get it. Boom, boom. Bum, bum. Had my flu vaccine the day after my COVID vaccine. I bet you feel shattered. Someone who currently has the flu, please get vaccinated against it. It was awful this year. I mean, I should really. I don't enjoy... Steve, yeah, I feel like I should get it really. I don't know when, but I'm sort of trying to get this. The thing is, I don't leave my house, so the only way I get flu is if someone brings it to me, and if someone brings it to me, then that's pain. By the way, chat, one of my favourite things in the world is I've just been sacked again on Football Manager, and one of the people that I don't know if he's in the chat actually. I don't know if you watch Craig, but if anyone watched the Swindon lot all those years ago. I don't know if you ever watched it. Craig Tanner not only follows me, but occasionally likes my tweet. And I get such a buzz out of that. Craig Tanner was like my first, before Danny Graham, right, and before a few of those people, Craig Tanner was the guy. Was the guy. And to me, still is. Right? Love Craig Tanner. He was sick for me. He was so good. News to the streams, Benji. What's the European journeyman? Who did I start at? Oh, it was so long ago. I don't remember, mate, honestly. I don't remember. Tanner at Shadow Striker, mate, it was unbelievable. I think he was at Reading, so the idea that he would be at Swindon probably seemed a bit perverse, but he was wicked for me. How many clubs have I been at? 4. And it's only 2025. The thing is, this could be a glory hunter in a way, couldn't it? No, the goal's to win the Champions League. So let's not rule it out, okay? God, look at that history. Oh, Latvia, that's where it was. Latvia, chat, of course. Latvia. Glory Hunter minus the glory, yeah. It's interesting, right? Because I could do a glory. I'm watching Kev do non-league to legend for I think the 15th time, and Jack's doing part to Prem again. And I do think that like I could just pump out a glory hunter this year. But I also think if I do any long-term save, people will be like, "Oh, I can't wait to see how long this lasts for. Oh, this will be over in a month." And that's just gonna kill me. Like, and I don't even blame them for writing it, but it won't make me feel good. So I'm not doing anything until I actually like want to do something really. Thoughts on Jack not knowing you could go back in time on Street View? What? That's one of the best bits of Street View. That you can look through the history of the street. How does he not know that? I mean, it's every like 3 or 4 years, isn't it? But it's cool. In London, it's like every year. Yeah, that's annoyed me. Any update on the next Streamer Showdown? I don't think I can say what there is an update, but I don't think I can say it really. It's not really my place to say it. So I'm not saying it. But there is an update. Which I know is really helpful. Hello, viewers. You know what? We're back. Right. Come on. We applied for the Galatasaray job. That'd be funny. I can't believe they didn't want me. Hello. Bilgi. The president. Sebastian's the president. Where's this? Oh, Slovenia. Oh, they're in a relegation battle. It's a new nation. Not Slovakia, chat. Hell no. But Slovenia, and look at this. There's a run-in right now. The Slovenian second division. Is there a third division? No. This is the Maribor. This is Maribor land. Okay, then. How good are they? That's what I need to know. Oh, mate! Oh, what? Look at him! Sign him up! What? Oh, he's on loan. Oh, bollocks. But he's wicked. Mario. That's class, to be fair. Right, yes. I would love to manage instant. Yes, please. And I'm an expert at relic. What, are you worried about not being able to speak the language? What, the language of love, mate? I'm fluent. Ask Ellie. I'm fluent. I'm confident I can learn the language quickly. It's not hard, guys. No, I'm going to say football transcends language. You've developed a reputation. I know more about this part of the game than anyone in the world, to be fair. I almost guarantee it. I don't think you can find a single Football Manager player that's done as many managerial interviews this year as me. I would think you would struggle. I think you would struggle. I'm not even doing jokes for the stream. I genuinely think you would struggle to find someone who's done as many as me. You've developed a reputation for applying for other jobs while still employed. What's that all about? The idea of the save, Sebastian. Do you know what? You won't understand. I'll never do it again. Is it fair to say you haven't done a great job with the media? I haven't received any complaints about it, Seb. Are you able to ease the worries about? I promise it'll be an excellent. Oh, maybe that's why I keep getting sacked. I might just say that happened a long time ago and I've learned from those mistakes. Are you able to ease our worries about losing the backing of your players and subsequently the airing of dirty laundry? I mean, I'm not thrilled about it. That happened a long time ago and I've learned from those mistakes. Look, do you know what that is, viewers, over there? Do you know what that is? That's the past, okay? So, see your past, have a nice life, etc. That's the past. Take a look at it. That's the past over there. So don't you worry about this is the future. I'm a motivator. A happy squad is a winning squad. I'm ready as soon as you need me. I won't need to make any changes to the budget. What have you got to try and do? Continue to avoid relegation? Say no more. I agree. I will exceed expectations. No, actually, let's just agree to that. Oh, it's not a big transfer budget, is it? I think it's good, though. I like it. Big fan. And the wage budget. Yeah, Jesus. That I was just checking. What did I click? What happened there? You've got one job. Didn't even mean to click then. Oh, God. At least it was a positive response, right? Guys, I'm just gonna do 10 press-ups just to keep active. If you don't, just give me a minute. Just gonna do 10 press-ups. Finished. So that was, look at that. Working out. Lean and mean, chat. Lean and mean. I'm exhausted. Speed press-ups, as I like to call them. I'm just gonna lift some weights down here. Finished. Right. Elle's messaged me. Elle said, I've just been to the post office, absolutely heaving. Today is the last day of second class postage. It's usually the 18th, but they've moved it to the 16th. And then today, because of the strikes. So I'm going to have to post the others ASAP, and it'll have to be first class. Also, oh no. What a nightmare. We've got to send off some packages. We've got no time. We are. Right, we carry on. How many times has he been sacked now? Just a couple? Just a couple times too? Just a couple times too. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I do quite like, I've got to say, I do quite like the whole standing up thing. I also like that my background looks a little bit like a green screen. Cove Rangers, am I a favourite? No. So anyway, oh yeah, chat, I'll just read what Ellie put. Today's the last day for second class postage. It's usually the 18th. They moved it to the 16th and then to today because of the strikes. So if you want anything to deliver itself, it has to be first class, and I'd do it ASAP. So, which stresses me out, but luckily all the packages are ready to go. So it's no problem. It's no problem. No problem. Do you have a standing desk now? Yes. Yeah. People are saying standing takes care of your back. That's probably true, but I've been sitting down for 7 years, so it's probably done for. But we'll see. A fair play to the. I've got no issue with them striking. I can't believe more unions aren't striking. To be honest, I'm surprised more aren't doing it. Oh, let me get on this. Well, but I might be streaming the network game late night today, chat. We'll see how things are. We'll see what the vibes are like. I'm going to put pressure on everyone in the Discord right now, and I'm quite excited to do it. Every time I come and watch you, I swear you've been sacked. Yeah, I've not done a stream without being sacked. Wow! That's cool. If he wins a title before me, I'll be annoyed. Cristiano is now a manager. He's so much better than me. Fair play. The Gaz Man with the 2 months. Managing in Slovenia myself. Doing Build a Nation. It's interesting, for sure. Thanks, mate. The Rock versus Ronaldo. Get me to Portugal's Premier League this instance. What is the make of your desk? Would it be suitable for someone who's 6'6"? I am 6'6", so I'm actually 6'9", and it's fine for me, mate. I do have to crouch down quite a lot, but no, I'm 6'2". Would it be good for someone who's 6'6"? Yeah, probably. Mersey, my guy, Flaming LFC as well. Thank you for the 25, and Mersey, thank you for the 5 gifted, mate. Very kind of you. Very generous. Chat, can we get a big... Who's this? Oh my god, he's dog shit as well. I've not got that job there, chat. We've lost that one. Any clubs? I've really got to promise that I'm going to be great and then just win, right? No, I'm 6'2". I think it'd be okay. I don't know, mate. Wait, how tall? Hang on. So how tall are you? Right. So I... Six, 6. Jesus! You're off the screen! I don't know, mate. You're 4 inches bigger than me. That's massive. I can't... There's so much tape measure. I don't know, mate. How do you get through doors? Hang on. You're the height of my door. Is that annoying? Or is it like limbo every time? Mate. I didn't realise those 4 inches would be so dramatic. Like, that's 6'2". That's 6'2" there, and I think you can agree. Like, you put it near my head. I'm basically 6'. I'm not. I didn't lie. 6'2", 6'6" is what the fuck? Is that a nightmare? Everything's this, isn't it? Sorry, that's really offensive to people there. I caught an image of myself doing that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Everything's this, isn't it? Everything's this. Oh, bloody hell. What? You're right down there. It must be good in a crowded place, but everyone's tutting. Anyway, we've got a job offer. Oh, Dekani. Slovenian second tier. Wait. Wasn't I just offered a... Oh, I was just... Oh my God, it's perfect. Okay, yeah, cool. Where were they predicted? Get me in. Who's at Dekani? Who's there? Oh. I just want to apologise for my... that I was doing. That's needless. Honestly, when I sat down, you wouldn't get any of this. Right. Am I worried about the language of love? No. I can pick it up quickly. Ask for a chance. Look, I'm gonna have to make some promises, I think. I'm gonna make some promises here. I don't know. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna read them. I just think if I just say I promise to do stuff. There we are. Look, we're in. We're in. No rumble. Look at that. Quality. Hey Benji, I'm doing a lower league save. Just wondering if it's possible to scout just playing released from my local team. Scout players just released from local teams. I hope so. Yeah. Ben RPing a politician, promised things he hasn't, with no aim to deliver them. Call me Ben Hancock from now on. Like the superhero, not the politician, though, obviously. Right, we're not sitting down until I get a job. So. This is sort of the rule now. That if I've not got a job, I have to stand up the whole time. But as a Brit, really, as a Brit, it's just like, this is like queuing, innit? So I'm just sort of queuing at the moment for a job. I literally feel like I'm at the jobs. I mean, in fact, what I should do is I'll stand a bit further back, and then when it's my turn, when I get an option, when I get an offer, I'll just step forward, you know? How long am I going to stand up for? Weeks, mate, probably. Oh, I'll tell you what I should do, chat. It's that time of the day. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Come on. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Oh, yes. Now we're talking, chat. Now I'm warm. Oh, yeah. Let's get it sewn up. Let's get it wrapped. God, it's like I'm like the Undertaker. Let's get this up as well. Like that. Oh, yes. Now we're warm, aren't we? And I've got some pockets as well. This is class. This really is class. I think the audio quality is just as good though. So that's good, isn't it? Actually, it's like a sound bit. If I bring you in here like this, look, then now it's just me and you in here like this. How cool's that? Look, the audio must sound amazing. The crispness of the audio must be amazing. I wonder if this is how Nerdphonic does voiceovers. Maybe. That's cool. I look like I'm doing a ring walk. Boom, 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 boom. Oh God, everything's shaking. Jesus wept. Careful, careful. I'll leave for 2 minutes, and that's what I see. I see unemployment's going well. Hello, Brock Reedy. Thank you for the 6 months. Born ready. Give me a job, for God's sake. What would my walkout music be? It's more of a walk-in, isn't it? What would my walkout music be? Let me find what it would be. It'll be on Dr. Benji's playlist, I've no doubt. What would I go for? What are the options, chat? I think I'd go for something like... unconventional, but... yes, come on. Come on. Let's have it. Bit of Natasha Bedingfield. No one's come out to Natasha before, have they? No, I'd probably actually pick something like this. Like this. Boom. And I do that, woo, and the whole crowd going, ooh. But second thing, second, don't tell me what you think. Yeah, I didn't get the job. Who would be my entourage? Proudy, just carrying my bags, much like the FM event. Proudy just was like, sorry, sir, I got the luggage, sir. I got the luggage. Where are we going? Where are we going? All right, thanks, I'm over Britain. That'd be Chris. I've become a comedian. Now I'm stood up. I've become a stand-up comedian. I need to hang on. Yeah, so I said to her, I said, knees up, Mother Brown. She said, that's not my name. My name's Sandra. I went, oh, sorry, Sandra. I'm doing Chris doing stand-up now. What's happened? Put that over there. Where were we? Looking for... did I... I know I've got to go on holiday again. Oh, the admin's unreal. Oh, exhausted stood a bit. Right, let's... too much... This is I'm too giddy here. Let's put on... No, I said it's true. Can you feel the love? I can feel it too. Quality song, to be fair. Will you want a Football Manager? I don't play 90 minutes, mate. That's me. Can't even last 90 minutes. Don't mind play it. Do I have canned laughter sounds? No, mate. I'm not one of these, like, cheap, idiot, like, comedians that would be like this. Knock, knock. Who's there? Doctor Who? Doctor... I don't know how this works. What have I done? Oh, did I move the sound effects? No. Yeah, I moved it all over to the new computer stuff, so they've gone. So when I tried to play a crowd laughing there, it didn't work. So I've been stood up there. Quality. Actually, if you're new to the stream, if I just put the mic over there, you'd never know. You'd think I was just doing it live, wouldn't you? Admittedly, it's a right guard's can, but you wouldn't know. Quality. Right, where were we? I can feel it too. Get this manager. I'm bored. Good times. Ellie goes out. Ben doesn't get a cup of tea. Look what happens. No one's here to tell me no, are they? So, here we go. Sorry, pause there a minute. I've just been asked a question in the chat. Someone's put there, hi Ben, random question, but can you play Billy Joel's Piano Man on harmonica? Mate, that's the most like recognisable piece of harmonica-ing the world's ever seen. So I think it'd be a bit unlikely if I could play it on the on the harmonica. No, but if I could, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? You're getting messages on Facebook from Ellie there. Someone messaged her. How is your harmonica just so instantly accessible? That's a great question. Do you know what I found yesterday? I found the bagpipes that you lot made me buy that don't work as bagpipes. Surely it's holstered at the hip. Yeah, it's a bit like this. It's a bit like this. It's like, there it is in the box if required. How's the ladder? Downstairs at the moment, I think. Ellie had to go up it to get the Christmas decorations. Do you know what, if I knew how to do... We could do a tour of the house at the moment. It's quite Christmassy in the house at the moment. I've put these lights up here, not for background. A lot of them don't work, actually. These yellow ones here don't even work. Just for a bit of atmosphere, Christmas atmosphere. House tour would be excellent. We're currently in the east wing of the house, or the west wing, actually. West wing of the house. The east wing, of course, on the other side of the abridged staircases that go over the water fountain. Yeah, marble floors. It's pretty insane. Which is, of course, why I've been doing my content for the last 12 months in a prison, as Harrison put it. Adam, thank you for the 4 months, mate. Look, the important thing is we're having fun, aren't we? The important thing isn't about finding a job that we love and cherish. The important thing is having fun. So that's what we're doing right now. And I look cool too. I need to shave my facial fluff. I look far better without these bits. Really. I did the AI thing, by the way. I look cool AF, chat. That's all you need to know. I look wicked in AI. I look mega cool in AI. Oh yeah. Don't doubt it. I look class. I got a picture of me here in AI, look. Look at that. I look good, don't I? Don't I? I look good. God, I'm funny. Bobby, thank you for the 6 months. For those that have never seen Proudy before, that was Proudy. Oh, look, wicked in AI. Now, look. Look at that. I look like a king of sorts. Don't I? That's class, to be fair. I should have had that as the profile picture. Lester from GTA. I'm not Jack. Outrageous. No, we're just having fun. Some of the, I don't know if anyone else has done the AI thing. Some of them are terrible. Some of them are so bad. Some of them just look like someone that's just not me. Just, I don't know what's happened. Some of them are really good though. Like, some of them make me realise that if I, you know, got fit, I'd look wicked. But that feels like a lot of effort. So, forget it. There was some consideration there. It didn't last very long, did it? Like this one, look. Look at me there. Great hair. Great head of hair. I also don't have blue eyes. My son and my father both have blue eyes. But I don't have blue eyes. Oh, no. Look, hurry. Yeah, that's all of them. That's my album cover, to be fair. Lelujo's older brother. You are joking. Lelujo's younger brother. I could be Lelujo's son. I like the ones who I've got headphones on because that really encapsulates me. Like, my profile picture on Twitter now is probably the best one, to be fair. The one that actually just looks like me, which I actually quite like. The one where I look at it and go, that is me, this one. But with blue eyes, so I had to change the eye colour. I had to do a little edit. That's sort of the me as a video maker, which I'm all for. I've just been messaged. Ellie sent me some pictures. I can only see with Doug. I can't. Imagine telling Ella going, "Oh, I'm a disaster." You look like a Sims character. Kevin Chapman's beard superior. Yeah, but he's had 25 years longer to grow it than I have. Oh, Doug's doing baking. Amazing news. Is Kev that old? Kev's 55, I want to say. 55, chat? Is that right? 55? I think he's 55. I winked there, but you couldn't see me wink. If I put my sunglasses in the right space, it looks like I've got eyes, look. How confusing. Helminzo, thank you for the 4 months. We've got the big Discord quiz coming up, and I'm in charge of it. I don't know if anyone listens to Robin and Josh's Parenting Hell podcast, but I feel like Josh Widdicombe doing the quiz. Very niche reference to about 6 of us that listen to that, I think. Dr. Disrespect, he wishes. He wishes, mate. I think Dr. Benji's been around longer than him. Although he was like early 2010s, I would say. The network game between me, Jack, Z, and Kev probably won't happen because the schedules don't really allow it, and Z's a busy boy, and he also takes too long. So, although he is playing quicker this year, so maybe we're all right. And to be fair, there's nothing new to learn, is there? So, we're into May, I've just realised, and I've not been given a job. Wait, did I apply? What if I'm just on holiday and I forgot to apply? Have I been applying? Yeah, okay, that's worse, if anything. I have been applying. Z's a World Cup watcher now, isn't he? He doesn't even do content. Showdown in Jan. I think it's not looking as likely as planned. But we'll see. Never say never. He's doing FM today. He's back, is he? Good lad. The game lives on. Me. Been live for 2.5 hours and Nothing happening at the moment, gang. There's a little drawer in this desk. I can put all sorts of things in it. Pair of scissors, tape measure, hairbrush. There's the harmonica fit in here. Oh, amazing. That's what you need a little drawer for. Have I heard him say Uruguay? How does he say Uruguay? Does he say it like Homer Simpson? After all the hijinks, I got it. I will say, Branson, I got it sent to me by Flexi Spot. It was free. I only accept things that are free these days. Uruguay. Uruguay. Cool. I've really enjoyed. I don't know if any of you guys have been watching. I've done some watch-alongs with Z that have been really fun. Like, really good. Trying to find out about this PC. Chaos. Has anyone ever told you that you look like Alan Carr? Well, my dad. My father. I'm really sorry, Ben, but I really enjoyed the British tears on Saturday. I wasn't crying. Not my tears, bro. I'm Moroccan. So, why would I be worried about that? Forget him. Yeah, I think he probably means English as well. I saw some videos of Scottish people on TikTok having a great night. So, good for them. Come and get it if you really need. Come and get it if you really want it. Come and get it if you really need it. Come and get it if you really want it. Come and get it if you really need it. Come and get it if you really want it. You can join in with these lyrics, gang. Come and get it if you really need it. Come and get it if you really want it. Come and get it if you really need it, etc. Ben loves a tangine. Oh, a tagine, sorry. Turning to Zealand for a second there. Yeah, massive fan. Come and get it if you... Blanca joined in there. Thanks, bro. There was so much tumbleweed. I'm glad you managed to weed your way in there. Fetch, thank you for the 23 months. Is anyone else concerned that I'm not being offered a job? At what point does the game say, start a new one? Does it ever do that? How long have we been job hunting for? When did I tweet this out? "46 minutes ago." God. Your reputation might be negative. Oh, it almost certainly is, mate. It's mud around Europe at the moment. Absolute mud. I need to know now. No, now. Can you love me again? I need to know now. Time to load more leagues. No, I just think it's good to have a hiatus. I swear every time I join, you're unemployed, Ben. What's happened? Zealand and Lelujo and Jack have sort of killed my career. Oh, you mean the save? Yeah, I'm just looking, mate. Just sort of looking. Doing jokes. Bring back the Swedish league. No. I don't want to go to Sweden. I don't want to. You can't make me. Shall we GeoGuessr until we go back? If you want. I'm a paying member, so strength around. Oh, they've changed the website round. Oh my lordy, look at this. I need to know now. All right, gang, we're going in. We're going in. Boom. Right. Perfect game coming up. Weirdly, I feel like I recognise this area, but I don't think I do. Oh, it's a bit laggy, chat. With the processing of oh, it's love. By the way, wherever this is, it's lovely. I would love to live in a place like this. This is nice. Looks Tory. Looks northern. Which I mean, these days, the cutting. The cutting. It looks like the outskirts of like. Could be anywhere actually. William H. I mean, I was hoping that would give me a bit of information than nothing. All right, we're going down the hill. We're going down here. Wherever it is, I've not been. Can we get a sign on that church? Brockholes Methodist. The Googlers out there will be on that, let me tell you. It just looks like... I mean, I want to just... It's a bit basic to be like, it looks like Yorkshire. But it does look like Yorkshire. So I don't really know what to say. There's a bridge, train line. Oh, God. What's he doing? Well, let's go this way and hope to find the train line. Or a train, or like a start, or a stop or something. Aha. Aha. Brockholes. Where the hell is Brockholes? It just looks like... I feel like... I would say near the Dales somewhere. If it's up here, if it's near the malls, that's a problem. If it's down along here, though. Brock something. See, it's more hilly. This is quite... It doesn't look unlike the road that goes from Leeds, like the M62, that area. But ultimately, I'm guessing, is there a train line? I wonder if it's like on this train line outward or something. Or down the other way. Train line outward somewhere? This one? Where's that one go? Up here? No, I don't know. I need another sign, really. It's quite... See, it's too... I don't know. My limited knowledge of Yorkshire, like the Yorkshire Dales, there's too many trees, to be honest. Like, where am I? But there's too many trees, really. Oh, man, I've come down a dead end here. Get me out. All right, chat, we're just going to guess it. Let's just check on the Football Manager situation. All right, hang on. Let's have a guess first. And then we'll go back to that. I'm going to go... I'm going to go like there. Oh, we're in the right area. All right, whatever. Where are we going, chat? Get your guesses in. Which country are we heading towards? Any thoughts? It's a pre-season as well. That's cool. Mate, the amount of jobs we went for, by the way. Mate, so many sackings and quitting. What a name that is. Where's that? Romania. Oh, God. They've just survived in Romania. Oh, chat. It's not looking great, is it? Let's say what we see. Actually, these players are worth something. I mean, beggars can't be choosers, chat. Shit. I'm just promising everything. I pressed the wrong one there, though. That might be an error. Right. Come on. Crumbs. I think if I go a full year without a team, then I start a new save. Is that fair, chat? I think if we go a year without a job, that's when I start a save in like a League 2 team. But I think a year's fair, I think. It's the promises that get you sacked. Yeah, it's the promises that get me the job, mate. So I've just said I'll handle the media better, as I've ignored a question from the media. One of Doug's pictures had come off the wall, so I had to stick it up again. No, I think a year is fair. Doug. Could try build a nation if this one dies. We could. I think the challenge is it's been quite difficult, and I should never have put Sweden on to begin with. That's where it went wrong. That's where it went wrong. Just add a new manager of International Mystery. I could do it. Izefa, thank you for the... Oh, Izefa, thank you for the Prime, mate. Just add it without the rock, but... Come on! It was the double glasses that did it. It was the double glasses that did it, chat. There's my eyes. Sit down. Sit down, chat. Follow me. Come with me. Oh, yes. We're back. Woo! Avoid finishing bottom. Is that all I've got to do? Avoid finishing bottom of Liga 2. A new adventure. Finalised deal. Exit talks. Sign me up. Yes, chat. Now we're talking. I've had 20... I've only played... How many matches have we played? I've won 10 games in this save. We back. Come on. 5 clubs, 10 wins. Your 5th club, mate. Here we go. Where are we predicted to finish? 13th. The ghost of you will keep me awake. Right, so let's have a look here then. So match-wise, We're done. We're safe, and a new season is coming up, right? So are these contracts about to run out? Hopefully not many of them are. Okay, not many of them are. Only these ones. No, sorry, those ones. So are they any good? That's what I need to know. No, they're not even the good ones. Sekou Kamara. Mate, he's actually good. We've not got any... Oh, is he the striker? Of 3 and 20? I hope not. I think we need a striker. That seems to be the problem. All right, well, I've got work to do, chat. What can I say? I've got work to do. The amount of language... Did I pick up any Slovakian? I hope so. Oh, God. What can I speak? Where's my languages spoken? I've got fluent English, good Slovak, basic Swedish, and basic Latvian. Peace. Look at me go. Unbelievable. The media handling, I've promised it'll get better. It's not good, is it? 20% my rep's at now, by the way. I've been waiting for a chance like this. Oh, can I change my... No, I was hoping I'd be able to change my name, but I can't do that bit. Never mind. We'll leave it. Discard and exit. Whatever. Create a new tactic. Oh, God. I mean, none of them have been very good, have they? So, soak up the pressure and break. That's a bit of me. The smile's horrifying. What do you mean? All these demons away. Hello, Jack. The background goes hard. Love it. Thank you, mate. It looks better when you subscribe, Jack, because it goes purple and everything pops a bit more. Boom, 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 boom. I need a light on this, really. That's my Glory Hunter history. It's cool. Send a message to Outer Space. He can fix you up a tactic. I've never heard of him, mate. Is he good? Did my sub come through? Oh, Ramdog. Did I miss it in the excitement? I don't know. Slang Orangutan. Thank you for the gifted sub. And I didn't see it, Ramdog. Oh, there it is. 61 months. My goat. Thank you, mate. We're going lower, chat. Get down on it. You get down on it. Well, the hunt goes on, doesn't it? The pain continues. Next to me. Socks fan with a 6 months. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that as well. Christy Panther with a prime 2. Right then, gang. We're going to have to get used to these boys. I don't know when our next season actually starts. I assume it's not long. When did it start last year? Or early... Oh, mate, the start of the year was great. They actually weren't that bad. Wait, what's the whole, like, the whole league like? Oh, my God, what is this? Mate, the team in 11th went down. Mate, that is mental. So if you finish in the bottom half, the whole league splits. The whole league splits into 2 from 20 teams. Mate, they should do this in the Prem. Mate, this is actually insane. This is insanity. What is happening here? What are our facilities like? Oh, my Lord. That is worrying. Teams start with 100% of the points from the main league stage. You bloody hope so, wouldn't you? Christ almighty. Mate, how close was La Liga, by the way? Wow. That is very, very close. What happened on like the final few games? Everyone was winning. Was there a big moment early before that? They just all won all the time. Must have been the results against one another that did it. That's insane. That's very, very close. What's happening in Serie A at the moment? Nothing mad. Milan have fallen off a little bit, but nothing crazy. The Bundesliga, what is the point of even taking part? What is even the point? PSG. Oh my God, what are PSG up to? PSG have bowled back-to-back league titles to Monaco. Who have Monaco bought? They must have bought some players. Soleil and Sarr. They've bought 3 centre-backs and now they're the best team in France. I mean, you've got to wonder about Mbappe. He can't be happy, surely. Unhappy. More like... Sorry. I've never heard anyone say that before. Unhappy, more like. Unhappy. Mbappe, more like unhappy. Am I right? Worst joke of the stream. I don't think I've got the audio. No, I haven't. I moved everything. This is why I've not streamed, because I literally moved everything from my soundboard. I had to redo my stream deck. So I moved the files everywhere. So I can't play anything. I've got no fun sound effects. Do I have Jack left? Can I even play the sounds of Jack Peachman? What about Proudy?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, Chris.
Hello.
Are you there?
Can you hear me? Oh,
yeah.
I don't know what's happened there.
Oh, chaos.
Oh, I think I know what's happened.
What happened?
Oh, my bad.
Hello, mate. Love that from Chris Proud. One of my favourite audio clips of all time. I have to make sure I take that with me to the next PC. Are you doing your coaching badges? I don't know what the finances are. Arsenal have bid for Mendy. That's weird. I don't know what the finances are like. The transfer window is about to open. I definitely think we need to do some business. And we seem to have an okay wage budget to do, like, a little bit. So... You've got Mad Bank, have I? Oh, my... I sound like Matt Blanco. Oh my, guys. Oh my, I can't. Oh my Lord. Oh my. That is exciting. Oh my. All right. Yes. Let's ask for a coaching course. Quick. Start a coaching course. Vital that I get one. And you've got money in the... Am I having a stroke? That's... What the... No, discuss the issue. Come on. The club is not in a position to afford that right now. You do not have access to the accounts, don't you? You do know that. That went on longer than usual. Oh my. Oh my. I can't... What is happening in this call right now? Oh my. Is that Matt Blanco? Oh my God. Was that Lewis from the GTA series? Lewis, is that you? Hello, Lewis. When are we bringing the weathermen back? Well, whenever we're ready to take on Ron and his motley crew. Yeah, exactly. You didn't really get on with Ron. That you can't say that about Ron. Come on. Yeah, but he's managing Leicester now, and we love him. So, right, take care, baby. Matty B, everyone. Just dropping in, saying hello. We can't hear. You could hear him, couldn't you? I'm pretty sure you could hear. Don't tell me you couldn't hear it the whole time. You couldn't hear him? Oh my God. What's the point then? As if you couldn't hear him. This is because I've had to unplug everything in again. Hello, Lewis.
Oh, fuck's sake, not again.
No, the audio wasn't working. So I just wanted to make sure it does now. It does now, though.
Oh, right. Hi, everyone.
Anyway, got to go now. What are you lot doing?
Playing Valorant.
Oh! I should cast it, really.
Sure.
No. Oh. Alan Pardew's just left his job. There's another man
Top
on the
bloke.
The
How's it going? Is it going well, is it?
What, this save?
Yeah.
No.
Where are we now?
Romania.
Oh, good.
Second tier of Romania. I know it well. I've actually managed in Romania before, so.
Have you?
Yep. In
You having fun?
Road trip what? No, in road trip 1.
Okay. In road trip 1.
Yeah.
Was that when? Hang on, I got a bit of lore here. Hold on. Was that when you had a striker called Diamond?
Randy Diamond, yeah.
I'll tell you what, viewers. I'll tell you what. None of you knew that. I'm the 1%, viewers. I'm the 1%.
That's quality from you. I can't remember who I managed though. I can't see them here either.
They might be done, mate. They might be. Just,
well, that worries me. I don't think they're here. Well, shall we see if Randy Diamond's around?
You might be. Apparently, I'm quite loud.
Randy, there's a red dot. You're loud. Yeah, of course you are. You're always loud.
Oh.
I'll turn you down
Sorry,
a little bit. Pan Cotta, apparently, I managed.
Pan Cotta?
Yeah.
Ain't that like...
That's a dessert, isn't it?
Hello.
Ain't that...
Hello.
Wait,
the Leicester boys making all the noise everywhere. Oh, God, I hate Leicester.
No, wait. Isn't Pan... No, that's terracotta. Ignore me.
Isn't that a colour, terracotta? No,
yeah, I was going to say, is it not a biome on Minecraft?
Panna cotta is what you're looking for.
Yeah, I used to sell loads of panna cottas at Waitrose.
What are we talking
about?
about?
That's the cake, in it?
It's like a
panettone. Ignore me. I'm having an awful day.
Just to let everyone know, we are live on the internet at the moment.
Isn't panna cotta like a small trifle? No, it's not. No,
it's panettone, isn't it?
No, panettone's like the bread.
No, panna cotta is
panettone's like the bread dessert-y thing.
Bread desserty thing.
Yeah, like it's like a big bread thing.
Big bread. Oh yeah, no, I know what you're on about now. Hi, Harrison.
Oh, sorry, I'm still ill.
Well, are you ill? Oh, get well soon, bruv. We are still live, so just bear that in mind.
I stream.
Is this the 5-man Valorant team? Is it? Let's go. Let's get it.
You hate Valorant.
Yeah.
No.
I need to go back and do some work, so I'll see you later.
Right, bye, Chris.
Bye.
I'll see you.
Mate.
All right, have fun, boys.
Bye, chat.
Bye.
No, they don't care about you.
Fuck off.
Love blanket. Okay, what the? God,
oh, you were sorry. I forgot you were live.
Deary me, enjoy your gaming. Oh, deary me. Sorry.
Will do.
Sorry, everyone. Flipping heck. Sorry about that filth, chat. Can you apologise? Yeah, we can't find the team, can we? Oh God, the processing. I'll tell you what, that won't happen on the new PC. Let me tell you. Love me. Can we keep it family friendly, please? I know the amount of children that are watching this. It's outrageous behaviour, really. Yeah, FM is just having to process quite heavily at the moment, so we'll just get through that. There's a lot going on in pre-seasons, remember, so we'll just be patient, chat. We should have done a Q&A when I was job hunting, shouldn't we? Should have done a Q&A. My mistake. What I should probably mention, and I think this scene still works, this stream today is brought to you in part by, if you didn't know already, the lovely people at Sneak Energy. That's right. If you want to get yourself some Sneak Energy, you can do. Use code Benji at checkout to support me. Exclamation point Sneak in the chat if you're interested. They've got a new range of stuff coming soon as well. But you can get yourself a starter pack for a pretty reasonable price. If you like it, get some more. If you're not overly keen, then don't. Panna Cotta. Thank you for this. Oh, Kiko's to Die has gifted a sub to Panna Cotta. That's lovely. Is there going to be a streamer showdown this year? Not this year. Not 2022, no. Whether there's one next year or not, I don't know the answer, to be honest. As soon as I know, everyone else will know. Hard for me to say. It's out of the way. You're happy without me. Ooh. Right, come on then. Let's get into pre-season. I want to see where we are in the league. There's so many things I want to see. Is this one of my guys that's been offered out here? He looks all right as well. But he's out of contract in 8 days. I feel like I want to keep him if possible. I think 3-star players, as much as they're quite a lot on the old wage budget, like what's he on at the moment? 450. So if we get him on a slightly cheaper deal, like 350, oh my God, see that's worth it. 2-year deal. Okay, player 30, but still, like, mental attributes are pretty good. Adam, 27 months, my goat. Thank you, mate. Thanks to everyone that subscribed today, by the way. My sub number was right down because I'd not streamed for ages because of all the problems that we talked about at the start of the stream. But I appreciate everyone hanging out, team. Very kind of you all. Very, very kind of you all for subbing. And thank you for those that have gifted as well. Also, really appreciate that. I'm sure those people that got it gifted appreciate it too. So I appreciate all the love, team, especially in these trying times. We've had to start turning on the I've actually not checked it. We started turning on the heating over the weekend because it was like so cold. Like I could just see Doug was cold. It was like, okay, I guess we have to make a choice here. We can't just carry on like this. This is mental. But I can see the cost is already, Jesus, yeah, I can see the cost is already ballooning. Bloody Nora, mate. I don't know, being able to see it like daily usage is a good idea, really, but Christ. But yeah, it was too cold. I know it snowed as well for a lot of people, right? So I've no doubt you had the heating on. Like, dearie me. Horrible. I think we can beat the drop. Nice, lads. Every office is very similar, isn't it? That's what I like about FM. You always get, wherever you are, it's always quite similar. Randy Diamond. I wish I could have him back. Managed to save £12 on your Virgin bill to get a better package. Well, look at you. If I could upgrade my internet, that'd really solve a few things as well. Inflation's hit hard. Mate, the weekly, I'm sure you all feel it at the moment, right? The weekly shop, or like your parents do or whatever, like the weekly shop at the moment is insane. Like I literally can't believe how much it's gone up in the last 6 months, like to a year. Like we're doing our Christmas shopping soon. It's going to be outrageous. Like, rather than people over as well, mate, it's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I don't know. I don't, like I said this, but I've said this before. I was supposed to bring the mood down and everything, but like I don't know how some people are coping. Like, I really don't. I'm very lucky. Like I don't know how some people are coping at the moment because I don't know what do you even do. Like I don't even know what you're supposed to do in these sorts of situations. It's so bad. How you doing, Tay? Welcome back, mate. How much is your weekly shop? The little shop's gone from like 50 quid or whatever a week to like 70, 75. Like and that's little. Obviously, we buy a few bits for Doug as well. Like, it's absolutely insane. If you're out there and you're struggling, you have my support. You have my love and support. I don't know what to say. It's crazy, man. The extra streaming YouTube money is extremely useful. Yeah, mate. I don't know how people are doing it. It's insane. Yeah, your Aldi shop's gone from 55 to 70. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Similar. Super similar. And like Doug's a growing lad. Doug's eating more and more because he's obviously getting older and bigger. Like, it's one of those things. Madness. Absolutely madness. My shopping's gone up at least 50%. It's so bad in the UK. I'm struggling with the energy prices here in France, but I feel bad for you guys at home. Yeah, man. Wild. So everyone's felt like it's gone up a few, like, it's gone up 30% or whatever. It's insane. Minimum. I mean, and the thing is, we're just like expected to carry on as normal. That's the bit that's mad, isn't it? Like, we are all just expected to carry on as normal. Because what else do you do? But if your wage isn't going up and you're not earning more money, like, what do you... Madness. Absolute madness. Right, team. We've got two options here. We've got, in fact, we should probably do it this way to begin with and slot some players in terms of like ability, right? So these guys at centre back seems pretty sensible. We'll just then we'll look afterwards to see if we can maybe change anything. So the back line there is actually pretty set. Like Gita, like he's actually good. Hey, some of these players aren't bad, you know. His tackling's not great, but that's not a problem. And left back, again, is pretty solid. The quality of the player here is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. And then obviously wingers we're going to have to focus a little bit more on. So this guy at left wing, like just a left wing, not necessarily inverted, but just a winger. He's not great. And then this guy as well, like he's supposed to be quite good, but I'd argue that. And this guy, I'd probably rather have him as like an inside forward than a striker. He's quite quick actually. He didn't really score a lot last year though, and I don't think he's very good as a pressing forward, not really. And the goalkeepers then. So the goalkeepers are a problem. So actually that's a position we probably need to strengthen quite early on. That and our central midfield that feels a bit soft. And then we'll see how we go. So we'll figure that out. So a few areas of need before we kick off our season next season. I'm just debating whether, with the situation we're in, whether I stop streaming now and we come back tomorrow. The plan is absolutely to stream tomorrow afternoon, get back on the horse. I shouldn't get my PC for a few more days, so I can leave everything as it is right now and not have to deal with anything. I'm just wondering who's available really and where we can go to get reinforcements. I'm very concerned about the centre of midfield. And seeing what we can pick up in that position, because any sort of quality would be massive, I think. Oh mate, he's 28, looks about 40. See, players like this, we've got a bit of transfer budget as well, but players that are very well rounded. Do you know what? I'm actually very hopeful for this team. This is the first team I've been, of all the teams we've been at, it's weird how it works out like this sometimes. Of all the teams we've been at, this is the first one I feel like, do you know what I mean, chat? There's a bit about this, isn't there? There's a bit about this squad. Excuse me. There's a bit about this team and a bit about this squad that's quite exciting, really. Interesting. This could be fun. We've literally been all over the place. I don't know how many miles we've covered so far, but goodness me. Panic stations. Any youth prospects? I don't think there are, really. I had a little look when we first joined, but there was nothing crazy. So we'll have a gander. I need to have some lunch. What's that? It's 4 o'clock. Christ, that's what I'm going to do. I'm quite peckish, though. I've not really done anything today. Why is it frowned upon? I think if you holiday over, what do you call it? If you... The RMT have rejected the Let's Play offer. I think if you holiday over games to win them, that's frowned upon, because it's technically not you doing it, really. It's like instant resulting, though. It's the same thing. The stature in the game remains the same. I feel like facilities and everything else compared to some of the other teams in the division is a real bother. I don't know when this league starts up again. Like, it says they're in the playoff. I assume, like, so 4 teams go down, 3 teams go up, and then you've got all these teams in, like, playoff positions, which I assume is finished. But there's quite a lot of... There's 2 relegation groups. Mate, 14 teams go into the relegation section. Oh my goodness me, that's loads of people. That's so many teams. Mate, and they only just survived that. Crikey. This is chaos. 5 have gone down, sorry, not 4. 5 go down. I mean, some teams will go into this and never be in danger, I realise. But like, if you, mate, the top 6 is hilarious. Mate, this team went into the Champions playoff and didn't win a game. Like, they had a pretty good year, played all the best teams, never won. Never won a game. I don't really know where we... See, that's what's interesting. I don't really know where we stand. Because, like, do I want to sell someone like this? Dog, I feel like he's not that good. If anyone comes in for him, I don't know. I feel like getting the money for him would be pretty good. getting 150, 200k. I think getting his max range is unlikely, but getting around the bottom end of it. I'm also considering how I can maneuver the transfer budget. Obviously, it's all going to change. They've come in with 66,000, which is nothing. Like, I don't even want to sell for that. That's not worth it. At least 3 times that. Oh, we're regen central here as well. Someone mentioned prospects. I don't think... Oh, there's this guy. He's a winger. Dragos Aberdeen. He looks good. Or Aberdeen. But Aberdeen sounds cooler. We've got this guy who's not bad at all. I think he's the one that's recommended here, right? Yeah. And then in terms of Romanian youth players, like in 21s and stuff, I do wonder if any are going to get released and or be available. I mean, the ability to buy any of these young Romanian players is going to be out the question, I think, but any of them that make sense, like this goalkeeper, this 17-year-old, we need a keeper, but he's not really doing it, is he? I think goalkeeper's definitely an area we need to improve in, though. Central midfield and goalkeeper, that's where we're looking for change. This guy's 6'7", Croatian, on 1.6k. So what's our average wage like? It must be around, I'd say 800 is my guess. Okay, yeah, the top earners, yeah, not average actually, but the top earners are about 800. These important players here. Interesting. The squad balance based on contracts. Like, there's actually some room to do stuff here. It's not actually that bad, chat. So let's figure out what to do. But it's quite an interesting group. There's just no goals. There's no goals in this team at all. Mate, this guy came off the bench 21 times. Scored 4 goals. Even though his eyes are dreamy, it's not really good enough, is it? We need to try and create a system that gets the best out of a team that actually I don't think are that bad. What I really want to see, though, I need the league to tick over. I want to see where, because I don't want to make any judgments really until I know where we stand. Mate, it was not enough money. The finances were not right. We can discuss that if you want, and you can ask for way too much. Yeah, fine. The Hairy Viking, thank you for the 11 months, mate. And good afternoon, Massive. How you doing, mate? What's the season preview? That's what we're waiting to see. I want this to tick over, really, so I can see what's what. But it's still carrying on from last year at the moment, so... Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, confirm. We had a look at the rules regarding the squad, etc. Have we had a look yet? Oh, sorry, I thought you meant you had. I thought you were about to give me an update there. No, I haven't looked. I feel like Romania isn't overly strict, though. Okay, never mind. There must be no more than 2 non-EU players in the starting 11. The match squad must have at least 10 players trained by a club in Romania. So, homegrown teams are a must. Holy smokes. Okay, so hey, Romania would be a sick builder nation because you have to, basically. You're massively forced into it, which is kind of cool. You have to have one under 20 and under 18 too. Okay, that's fine. Though. We need to see who we can get that have been released that are Romanian on this tick over, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm quite excited, to be honest. This fell through. Who's that guy? All right, let's see where we're predicted to be and what have you. Dragos has got bids on him. He's only 17. I can't see myself playing him. I might let him go, actually. I would rather him play, so squad player to them makes more sense. Okay, let's see where we're predicted to be. Oh, okay. 9th. And to be fair, we could be in the conversation. When you consider the top 6 where where it's at. Squad-wise, then, we're actually not too bad, which is promising. See, you're like an inside forward type. I'm pretty hopeful. For the first time, I feel like this isn't too bad. There's a little bit going on here. There's a little bit going on here. Not a lot, but a little bit. I still think Kamara is better off as either an inside forward on attack or maybe an inside forward on attack. I'd just like to see him pushed up a lot, playing sort of almost off this striker and having someone who can force teams back. Because I think forward pressure in these divisions is really important. So we need to try and do that. Goalkeeper-wise, this guy is 6'4". He's 32 years of age. He's got a broken hand, but he looks all right. He didn't have a very good year in the Super League, but in League Two, it's a bit of a journeyman goalkeeper, I feel like, here. For like not a lot of money. I feel like he might be quite a good choice. I mean, attribute-wise, right? He looks really good. Experienced goalkeeper. His record here for Mioveni looks really good. 13 clean sheets in 28. Like, yeah, he broke his hand. He's in our division as well, so... Right, let's take a look then at the free transfers of Romanian nationality. God, we really are in the depths here, aren't we? Sam, thank you for the 10 months, mate. Hope you and the family are well. My little ones both choked with the cold, having a nice chill watching you. Thank you, mate. Yeah, mate, look, this time last year, I don't know if anyone remembers, Doug was really ill around this time last year. He's much better this year. Touch wood. All right. I think these Romanian guys, if I can get them in, we get them in. The best ones that are available on free transfers. I don't know what the wage budget's like here. Oh, actually, we're fine. We're well under. I still think we should try and get a striker. Like, this guy looks really good. I think a few of these boys are musts. Like, he's 33, but his crossing is really good. Right only. Stick him on the wing. Good work rate as well. I guess it's wage dependent. Oh, he wants to be a staff member now. Squad player? Oh, okay. He's still happy to be a squad player. Mate, I don't want to offer him that. That's crazy. Oh my god, he wants 3.5. Okay, forget it. Canna? Stefan Canna? Doneka we've gone for. I mean, that guy looks good. There's a lot to like there. Some of the aggression and anticipation's not good. But as long as he doesn't want like a crazy contract, which he might do. Looks like he's going to want a crazy contract. Okay, not crazy. 600? I feel like getting him on a 2-year deal as a free, it's not even that bad. And he wants to be a star player. Mate, the scouts already got a few other names in mind. Like, we were looking at this guy. I mean, I'm not sure comparatively to this one. Actually, he's probably a lot cheaper and actually much better at the role I like. This guy might be far better as an option for us. 600. That's so much. That's so much. Okay, that's much better value than this guy. I don't want you, mate. Sorry. He's just a better fit for the role. And I do think we should maybe think about getting another keeper in, but it's not the end of the world. Strikers, then. That's where this might get a little more tricky, because the striker options appear to be pretty limited. We might have to go to the loan market. What we can do is use my all attribute graph. And things like agility, and then cross-referencing that with striking being ability. He's got a very thin head, and as a result, I'm not interested. I guess this... Ooh, no. This guy? Not amazing. Ben, you need to play an under 18 and under 20 in each match. Keep that in mind. Just start them. That'll be fun. The thing is, you're looking for like wonder kid players almost that you can keep. Not wonder kids, but you know what I mean, like relative to the team. Relative to the team. Tom, thank you for the bits, mate. And Flip Jenkins, thank you for the 22 as well. Appreciate that. Very kind of you, fella. Hope you're well. I hope you're all well, whether you subscribe or not, to be fair. Hope you're all good. Hope you're all good. You're all good. Baby, I mean... Mate, these strikers, they're not really up to much, are they? I do wonder if we take Romania off, though. Does it give us a lot more options? Anyone with, like, raw pace, like Musa Mossi? Mr. FM Twitch, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. Welcome in. We're currently at our 5th team in 2 years. God, that's depressing. 3 years. 3rd season. Start of the 3rd season. We're in Romania. It's been a tricky time. Hi from Italy. Oh, well, hello from Italy. What? I feel like I don't want to say hi in Italy and get it wrong. So feel free to help me, chat. Right, this guy might be it. But I'm very aware that he counts as my like foreign player situation here. But imagine if he's good, chat. I walked away from the deal by accident. So let's pretend that didn't happen. It can be a bit manic here, folks, if you know. I kind of want whoever the quickest bloke is. I'll take the quickest bloke. Not if he's got 3 finishing, I won't. Buongiorno. I was going to say ciao, but is ciao bye? I can't remember. My Italian's not as good as it. Well, it's not good. There's no real before or now or wherever. Mate, the Romanian strikers are not good. It might be a lone angle, chat. It might be a lone angle here. And it might be the sort of thing where I want to get him in quick. See, he's very fast. Pressing forward, not really. Advance forward, yes. Am I bothered about 10 finishing when his agility and his acceleration? He's not had a great time in the Superliga, but he has played there. Italy, I think he could be all right. Especially if he doesn't cost me anything. End of the season costing me nothing. I'm good with it. Also, this guy, Alex Toffen. I kind of want someone who's a bit more aggressive. So, like, this guy? No. We actually should look at the loan market in general, not just for strikers here. And see if anyone calls around. Like, I don't want to pass up on guys like this. They're actually really good. Like, he's interesting, but not great. I feel like central midfield, I'm still missing someone like super creative. This guy's 18. He's come up a few times now. I like his teamwork, but I don't necessarily think he's the guy. Should we just touch by value quickly, see if the top boys are any good? Ridley comes up again. I think he's the guy, isn't he? No finishing ability. This guy's a bit older. He might be... He's listed, so we can't buy him, but he's obviously loan available too. We could afford it. I don't really want to do it, though. So we'll leave it. Look, other players might become available on the loan market in a second, so we'll sort of just hang in there a minute. But he looked good. Adam, thank you for gifting a sub, my man. To Ciabella. I appreciate that. Have we checked affiliates? I haven't checked affiliates. Good question. Any goalkeepers? We've got one. Coming in. Anyone here? Oh, mate. See, like, look at this guy. Terrence. Terrence looks real good. Checking if he can get Terrence in. Oh, mate, he's not had a great time with the Orlando Pirates. Although he might not be playing as the striker, to be fair. Oh, I really like the look of him. And he's got star quality. I really want to get him in. Or we could play him as a 10. Mate, this guy as well. That guy from Bulgaria there. I know I can only play like a certain amount of non-EU players though. Who's my other non-EU? Oh, this is a problem then. So what, I can only play them? Is that what's the rule? There must be no more than 2 non-EU players in the playing 11. So I can put them on the bench and bring them on. This is a bit FIFA, isn't it? Cosmicola, thank you for the 27, my mum. Can't tell me nothing. Give it to the people. This is the moment. So, Breezy, I've just seen your tweet, mate. Congrats. Good luck with the future. Mate, am I going to miss out on every player now and be broken? Is that what we're about to go through? I only really care about the Romanian guy. Oh, he's not it. You can only have 2 on the... not sure if it's like this, but you can only have 2 on the pitch. You can't have... So what? Oh. So if I sub one... Oh, my... Oh, that complicates it a bit. So you can't bring a Romanian off for a non-EU. Crumbs. That makes life a bit more complicated. Yikes. Okay. Aren't there crazy homegrown rules in Romania? It seems like that. It has to be 2 as a limit at all times. So if I take 2, so if I take one off, I've got to bring one on. I mean, that's not the worst news. This is interesting though. Oh, I guess it's non-EU. That's true. So players in... that's a good point. I'm worried about... Me looking at players from Africa is probably a problem, but everything else actually isn't too bad. So they okay. Ugh. That complicates things a little bit though. Why is nationality not on here? Especially when I need it. No. See, this guy's from Portugal. Ruben Fonseca. I could actually buy him. And he's in the EU. Which makes life a bit easier. Let's up these. I'm aware that I might need central midfielders here, so this is a bit risky, but I'm just... Well, actually, I'm just figuring this out. So now we can afford it hilariously. All right, this is quite a lot of money. What I'm basically realizing is the last season there were no goals in this team whatsoever, and my most important signing right now is the goalkeeper. Our defense is set, so if I can get if I get if I get those 6 in, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy. And I might end up playing a diamond, which I know is classic me. Kamara wants to discuss leaving. I mean, he's the sort of player that if a bid comes in to ease some problems, I'll just let him go. Why would you want to leave? You're happy here, right? Okay, he's going to explore his options. That's fine. And you can as well, mate. But look, explore your options. You're footballers. Enjoy yourselves. I quite like the idea of... I just think this team's got something. I obviously am concerned if I don't get the players I need. That could be really stressful. Let's just ask for like 60. Let's ask for 50k and be a bit cheeky. Why not? Get rid of that. Again, 50k. Get rid of that as well. Just give me 50k now. We'll move on. Lovely. Right. Terrence. Big T. Do we get Terrence in? Chat. What are we thinking? The one bravery's not great. It's a bit of a gamble to get this guy in as my non-EU, isn't it? That's the problem. But his, other than bravery, his mental attributes are really good. His acceleration and agility are really good. His passing and technique are really good. Consistent performer. Should have no problems living in another country. Smoothly into the core group. Delay. I think delay's the right move, actually. Especially if you've got it locked up. I think delay's a good idea. I'm just thinking if we're playing a diamond, he can come in. Oh, wicked. All right, Dragos is going out. And then we've got our goalkeeper, which is really good. And we've got the young... Oh, okay, wicked. We've got the young Romanian as well. So this makes me now more inclined to want to get the other guy in. Yes. Okay, that's really good. Right. He's coming in then, even if he did break his hand. Then we've got this lad up front now. I think, because our wingers aren't that hot. Ah, see, they're not that bad. Kamara's not that bad. We might have to try and sell Kamara. That might be the play. Sell Kamara. Go to a diamond. Bring Terrence in to play behind a 2. I guess it depends if we get another striker in. Been taking this seriously. Yeah, this is the first time I feel like I've joined a club or a squad where I feel like there's actually some potential here, where I can make things tick. I'm getting Marbella vibes, chat. Sick of being sacked as well. That's true too. It's the first squad I've been at where I really do feel like there's some potential. I love the press. I love press conferences. I'm very positive in all press conferences. I love press. Love the press. Big fan. Big fan. Well, they do different things, Slang, so I'm not sure what to do. But I think the goalkeeper is a big, big win. Oh, if we get Fonseca... If I get Fonseca in, I'm also going to get Terrence in, and I'm going to play Terrence behind Fonseca. That's what we're going to do. And then the other player is my defender. But we've got that young defender coming through as well, who I might start playing. Which would be interesting. Ooh. Ooh. It says you need under 18 and 20 on the pitch all the time. Yeah, you're right. My young loanee is going to solve that problem. Right? This 17-year-old is going to solve it. Oh, I need a 20 as well. Ah, I see what you mean. We've only got one. And these new boys are not young enough. Huh. Right. I think another loan is going to solve that then. I think another loan's going to solve that. Ooh. You're interesting, aren't you? Really good composure. Decent off the ball. I don't know if I can go for 2 baby strikers, though. Ugh, that worries me a bit. I'd rather go for someone who's like a right winger or something. Like this guy. Oh, he's not even young enough. This guy. Ooh, this is actually pretty ugly now because I'm now worried. See, he can play across the line, which is kind of cool. I mean, fullbacks maybe. I think we're quite set at fullback, or even centre mids, young central midfielders. Popper. I'm not sure Popper's the guy. Popper comes up again, but only because he's good at crossing. Mate, there's not very many like well-rounded youngsters. This guy, I mean, if I have to throw him in, I think it's worth loaning them, just as like you're the best I've seen yet. We might as well, in case. Who's got the best eyesight? It comes back to this guy again, or this one. His acceleration's poor, but he's actually pretty good. I think we want a couple of these boys to play alongside a more experienced player. What's the current plan for YouTube, Ben? I couldn't tell you, mate. What do you think I should do, chat? Tamer's massive. Thank you for the 14 months. I know when I say that though, lots of you say, I think you should just do whatever makes you happy, Ben. Because then the content will be better, which is probably true. And right now, I don't know what that is. Minecraft videos. Now we're talking. Think you should just get sacked. Oh. Thanks, bro. Been off YouTube, full-time streamer, just do clips of streams. He solved it, chat. There we go, look. That was easy, wasn't it? We've solved it, everyone. We've solved it. I don't know. It's an option. Give me your attention, baby. A roundtable mukbang with Z, Jack, and Kev. It'd be cool to do that in real life when Z's back in the UK. Have you ever thought about vlogging? Mate, I don't do anything. But do it better, be viable. The best for do it better videos are when I play a season in a week. Which, when you stream the game as well, is hard, right? Like, what I should really be doing is doing Do It Better live and then editing them into videos. If I was smart, that's what I'd do. That is also the future of YouTube content for Football Manager, but no one knows it yet. Like, that is literally what it will be in, like, a year. But, yeah, not at the moment. Thank you, Clarky. Frankly, mate, you know what the problem is with the football videos? It's a really nice comment. The problem I've got with those football videos, and I hate that I have to be this honest about it, is they didn't produce enough revenue to keep them viable. The work I was putting in for them, and I didn't see an upward trend on them either. So it's a little bit like I have to make a smarter choice for like my family as well. I was committing a lot of time to watching everything and following everything. Which is tough. Have we got no staff? So I'd love to do more of it, but it's just incredibly difficult, especially when I've got to pay someone to edit them. Like, it was difficult to stay across everything, and the World Cup being in between sort of broke it. My plan was to do loads of World Cup content, and that just never happened. So, yeah, I don't know. It didn't quite pop as I was hoping it would. But I'll be honest with you. Oh, excuse me, chat. You're in a way. Crumbs. Right. What to do? Treasure. Staff, I guess. We've got no staff. Let's see what we can find. Let's go for a assistant manager rather than just a goalkeeping coach. In fact, let's do it like this. It's something I always forget to do. And we'll just see who the best ones are. These boys, apparently. Omar Edwards. Mate, his attributes are really good. I mean, I just can't pay him anywhere near what he wants. I'm going to go with the happiest face. Oh, there's quite a few in there. I think Miroslav just looks composed. He wants to be a goalkeeping coach. Is that all I've got? Just an array of goalkeeping coaches. Why do you want to be a goalkeeping coach, mate? Right, you won't want to be a goalkeeping coach at least, but you want 2,500. What? That's insane. Okay, he doesn't want any money for anything. He doesn't even know what he's worth. Right, wicked, come in. I need someone. And then I probably just need a coach as well. And that looks hard to achieve. Oh, mate. The coaching situation is dire. This guy, maybe? Looks all right. He wants all the money in the world. Can't do that, mate. I mean, you'll do. Because I don't really have a choice. You'll just come and actually coach for me? How's that sound? He hates it. I can't get any coaches in. This is a disaster. I mean, I feel like any coach will do. So under 19s or otherwise, in you come. We've got no scouts. Do I try and get a scout in? One scout? I mean, they're probably going to want an arm and a leg, aren't they? That's the problem. Please, you don't. Oh, brilliant. That's exactly what I wanted. Come on. Welcome. Omar Edwards. Still not interested. No, Clarky, it's just one of them, mate. Podcast. I did set up a podcast to do one, but I have to be really into what I'm doing. I'm hypersensitive about like wasting people's time. So I don't do anything unless I'm like certain it's going to be great, which is it's probably my biggest flaw, to be honest. And it's not particularly humble. I would do it for the fans. I feel like for the fans, I would do it if we had a producer just doing it all, and all I had to do was record the audio every week. Like, I probably would do a football podcast with the right people. To be fair, me and Z sort of do a podcast. But you stream. I do. I love streaming, though. But what's your point, Rory? I don't know. Maybe I said something that confused you, and you're saying something that's confusing me. I'll do 20 good minutes as soon as Z's finished with the World Cup, I suspect. It'll probably start again next year. It feels a bit more natural. What number would you get you on a weekly football podcast with Kevin Chapman? The thing is, I can't stand Kev's footballing chat because I know he hates football. He doesn't even like football. He likes Peterborough and making money playing Football Manager. So doing a football podcast with him where he gives his opinions, I can't give it any credit, which is a pretty poor basis for a podcast. He spent 3 to 5 years telling me he doesn't know about football, doesn't care about football, and then tweets about this World Cup like he's done a documentary on FIFA, and I can't handle it. What if you took a few FM creators as their manager and tried to develop them? That's quite funny. Funny enough, you just said the title of the podcast as well, doing a football podcast. Facts. Okay, right, so central midfield wise, this guy might be it. That guy might be it. And I think based on what we have to actually deal with, he probably is it. I don't know if I'd have him attacking though, I must say. 5 concentration's a bit worrying, if I'm honest. Well, that guy's actually pretty good. And as a result, the team there is not. That's why I wanted to re-sign that central midfielder. Like, that as a team is allowed and is pretty good. So, would that team get into the top 6 of this division? I have no idea. Is honestly the answer. Start a football club with the FM gang. I would love to, but it's not as easy as that. Like, I would love to do it. If you want to help me finance it, mate, let's do it. I think me, Jack, Z, and Kev could crowdfund to get a football club, and that would be like, imagine that as a series or like as a. Mate, that would be incredible. That would be so cool. Oh, mate, that would be wicked. I'd love to do that. That'd be such a fun thing to do. Me and Jack would almost certainly fall out though. But that would be wicked. Everything is groovy. What is that guy's nickname? Because no one's pronouncing that correctly. Which one? The one I've sold or the one I've bought? Oh, the midfielder. I just got the record sale achievement. Let's go. We've got a new coach as well. So basically hashtag. Yeah, but it'd be more like documentary based about the roles we would take at the club or something. I think that would be cool. And I don't think any of us would actually be the manager. Although I think out of the four of us, I'm probably the most qualified. So I'll take the job. In real life football, not in terms of football manager ability, but I think they're quite different. Which I like though, because I like when people go, all you do is play football manager, mate. Stick to football manager. It's like, oh right, okay. I see. At least goalkeeper coaching, absolutely not. Kev would sooner throw himself in a river than in a club where he wasn't a manager. That's probably true. International. Okay, we're sort of at a point now where I kind of want to just get to some games. I need to get some food in. I don't know if we've got any food in the freezer downstairs. I think we have. I'm signing. Delay. I don't know what to do. Get on delivery, mate. We don't have delivery down here. Or across here. I don't think we do anyway. I don't think we've ever had delivery around here. Shall I have a look? No. No, deliveries for people that live the dream, whereas I live in the fields of Norfolk, so not happening. We've got Just Eat though, so you know we get like the 5 places you can get food from. So it could be worse. Loads of the I don't know if this happened where you are as well, gang, but loads of like the delivery places near us have decided to open like half the week now because they can't afford to be open every day, basically. So that's good, isn't it? That's comforting for us all. He wants more money now. I can't do more. Not a lot more anyway. But yeah, loads of places locally have just started doing half days in the week now because it's too expensive to be open every day. Which is again mad, isn't it, really? You think about the revenue they lose from doing that, as well as like the cost of obviously having to be open or whatever. It's insane. International love. Oh. Or like lots of places do like the minimum delivery has to be a lot higher now as well. But it is wild, to be honest. It is absolutely wild. But what are you gonna do? There's no ever open on a Monday or Tuesday. I mean, it's probably good for the country, to be fair, if all the fast food places are closing, but it's not really a solution, is it? Do you know what I mean? Like, doesn't really solve anything. Okay, come on then, team. Let's get that. Let's try and get a bit further forward. I'm still, obviously, I'm not done in the transfer window. And I definitely think we still need some reinforcements, especially some of the younger ones. This centre-back's too old to count as one of the young players. Just a bit of a problem. I wonder if our odds have changed based on our incomings. Maybe. We should have a look at that, actually. Oh, is he joining? Wicked. Right, okay, so has it changed a bit? That's interesting. I think we've gone down a little bit. Or actually no, I think we're the same, but our odds have improved from like 18 to 12. So that's good. I don't think any of these players in here are mine, are they? In the Dream 11. These are all guys from this team. So this is what we're up against. Oh. Oh. That's let's call it problematic. That's problematic. I mean, that's only one guy though. I kind of hope we get some like cool intakes or some cool players come through. Well, actually, the club we were just at had a really good intake, didn't it? And then we never got to play with them. Should we just have a look? Yeah. Oh, no, wrong one. Let's go see who came through the 19s. This guy. Oh. Mate, the mentals on him. Unambitious. So were the board, mate. Got rid of me. He was the youngster they were excited about then, this guy. Slucker. For 16, his mentals are really good. What a baller. What a player. What a guy. All right, team. We've progressed a little bit further on. What I think we're going to do is, because our first league game feels like it's still a while away, and I don't want to